after.
Yo, Food Basics is killing Metro.
Isn't it Freshco?
Freshco is killing Metro.
They are.
They've got a like a dessert place in there. They've got
it's Indian dessert.
There's Indian
the
food
only
as well.
Indian dessert, mainly only Indian food.
Is it Indian food as well?
Yeah,
They got an
have
Indian
butter
spot
chicken.
there.
They have shawarma at the back. I'm pretty sure.
They got shawarma.
Ooh.
You think the plaza is better?
No, the supermarket. It's all the stuff is
that's
in the
all in there.
supermarket.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you don't like Indian,
yeah.
don't go there.
Are we using any of this?
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought we were waiting. Well, since we're in the cold open now, I have 2 bones to pick, and then one other thing. One of the bones I have to pick.
I got a bone to pick.
Is
I've
with
got a
you
bone
fuckers,
to pick too. Hey, don't
but
call
I
me
think
that.
you'll like what I have in the
The
box
one you
here
monkey
to
melt.
kinda get around that. First bone to pick. So as you can all tell, I got a haircut.
Yes,
I actually did not tell.
I actually didn't tell you.
Fucking lettuce is gone and all the shit. I went to Sport Clips again.
Oh no.
3rd time going there.
Did she give you the works?
Completely happy with the haircut again. No problem. However, my bone to pick is that when I fucking went there this time,
She had a gag reflex.
the lady said to me when I sat down in the chair, she's like, "Oh, are you like an MVP member?" And I was like, no.
Let's go, baby.
I was like, no.
Oh, well, for that we take you in the back.
And I just figured that was some
all our MVP members walk out happy.
I just figured that was like some bullshit, whatever, you pay money for whatever thing. And then I looked, because right in front where I was sitting in the chair, there was an MVP sign for what they do.
Oh,
and guess
yeah.
what they fucking do for the MVP sign?
Finish you off.
The head wash,
blow job,
the head massage,
Matthew,
the back massage.
They know this. I
Back
told them
massage?
this.
So I was like, wait a minute. When I went in there for my very first time
They give
earlier
them
this
MVP
year,
treatment.
they gave me the works to fucking try and reel me in. And now I've been back there 2 more times since then.
he walks out. all
now,
happy.
now I've been back there twice since then, and neither time they gave me any of that shit.
you say
And
something?
I thought
You're
like,
not
oh,
an
that's
MVP.
weird
You're not
or
an
whatever.
MVP.
But so it's like they're like fucking drug dealers. They give you the first MVP treatment for free.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like, all right,
You're
if you
gonna
want
want
all
this.
this shit now, if you want that sweet,
He's gonna want
sweet-
more of that.
if you want that sloppy toppy, you gotta fucking
More.
be an MVP member.
Fuck, I want more.
So that's my first bone to pick. My second bone to pick. Last week, for the first time I think in the podcast history, I wore a toque on the show.
Really,
Yes,
I don't
you
like that
did.
you call it. I don't like that people call it that.
What?
Like a hat.
I thought you were referring to podcast history.
Like a toque. By a toque, you mean like a beanie?
Oh,
Yeah,
people
like
call
a
it
beanie
podcasts.
in the more American vernacular. And here's the thing. When I wear a toque,
Don't stop saying that.
what I like to do, and I'm going to do a visual here for the audience, is I put it on my head so that it covers everything. Then I pull it back just a little so that there's maybe, let's say on the low end, 1 centimeter to high end 3 centimeters of hair.
Like a
just
homeless
kinda
man.
hanging out
That's
the
what
top.
10-year-old boys do.
Kill yourself.
Almost 10-year-old boys.
Last week, when we were doing the show, it was not 1 to 3 centimeters pulled back.
Was it
It
half
was
the
like
head?
3 to 4 inches pulled back because I was editing the fucking show, watching it last week, and
this
it's like
douche over
to
here.
hear,
I
and then at one
remember
point
that.
I turn and like it's like hanging off my head, like where it's not even really on my head. And I was editing last week's episode so mad the whole time because I was like, why did none of you scumbags
Yeah.
say anything?
I thought that's what you wanted.
No!
I was like, interesting choice.
No, I wanted it
I was
like I
never
normally
saw you
do
wear a
it.
hat like that, but
Normally it's like, just a little and a bit of hair
I
sticking
just
out.
figured you
That's
just.
it.
I just figured you felt like Johnny Depp. or-
No, it was and
wanted
it
to be
looked,
funky.
so
I
I
wanted to
looked
be a
so
vegetarian that
stupid.
day.
So first of all, audience, I apologize for how stupid I looked last week. And second of all,
Are you going to apologize for this
guys.
week?
and
What about this week?
asshole. Did you
This
want to get your
episode.
bone to pick, or shall I get my last thing out of the way?
Patrick
Get your last thing out of
Why
the
does
way.
that? Where does that phrase come from? Bone to pick.
Kendrick Lamar.
Who picks? I got a bone to pick. He's the first one
I
that
got
said
a
it.
bone to pick.
What does that mean? What does it mean to have a bone? That you
I think
need to
I
pick?
think it's when you're eating ribs
You
and
wanna
like
pick the
you
bone?
got to pick the bone
Or
clean.
what about any other chicken?
No,
you
but why
know?
is it used in that?
or
in that-
chicken wings?
But why is it used in that way of like I got something wrong that I got to deal with you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why is
Because
it used in that way? Okay, we're
I don't know the answer to that question.
let's move on.
So a while ago, my brother and I made an order.
Don't tell me.
Oh my
Some
god.
Dr. Squatch.
Oh my god.
And
baby.
here's the thing. I don't know why I. So basically, what happened
Oh my god, bro.
is we made the order and we did the one that was like 11, like it was their main 11 bars of soap.
Oh, wow.
And at the time, and the way I thought this story had gone down was that they had fucked up and given us a double order. So instead of having one of the 11 bars, we had two. Wow. 22 bars of soap each. It was recently made clear to me by my brother that they didn't like double order us.
You guys accidentally bought.
They might have like triple ordered us. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he pulls out this box and he's like, look at all these fucking soaps in here. I was like, well, clearly I have to give one to each of the guys. So what I would like to do quickly now is have everybody go through the box, smell some of the different bars, and I would like you to each select one that you would like to take
Wait a
and
minute.
rub over your naked bodies.
Wait a minute. You have 33 and we're picking one?
Well, my brother and I have used a shitload of
Oh,
them
okay.
by now, so we've gone through. Now there is definitely a decent chunk in here, but we're gonna, we'll start one. By the way, they sell these at Walmart now. I didn't know that.
They do, yeah.
But I
The
was at
bars?
Walmart.
I got a
But
pint
they only
at
have the
Walmart.
main. They only have the main couple basic ones, right?
They do.
Yeah, there's
No,
like it's
Star
not
Wars.
as huge a selection, but yeah, even the fancy like Star Wars
smell 'em
ones
up.
and any of that other shit, I've
right.
never fucked around with any of those. So please dig in and select select a soap here.
Woo!
Deep sea.
Cold brew cleanse.
I got a wood barrel bourbon.
That one's
Cold
my
brew
favorite.
cleanse is pretty good.
You know what the easiest way to do this is going to be? Grab one at a time and just pass it around.
Yeah, we'll
probably.
just do that.
Wood barrel
Cedar
bourbon.
Yeah, I put it back. We'll do like what Matty said, so it's more entertaining. Everyone smells one.
This doesn't even smell like bourbon.
There's a hole.
wood
There's a
barrel
hole in
bourbon.
the side of it, Malcolm. You don't have to take it out.
I just can't smell it properly.
Dude,
Don't smell the same to me right
Try the wood barrel bourbon.
Okay, we'll pass one at a time around.
So that was bourbon. What is that one?
Cedar
citrus. Smell
I can smell that. I can't smell
Smell
that.
that cedar.
Oh, it's not really.
Some of them are, I
strong.
think, are a little lighter than others.
I'm not a fan of that one.
Okay, so we've done the barrel.
Okay, so
bourbon,
I'm gonna put the ones we've
citrus.
done here.
This is cold brew cleanse. Start with that. We'll work that around.
It's pretty. Oh wow, crazy. That's yours now.
This is cool fresh aloe.
Oh,
Fruit. I can't smell it.
ooh, I like that.
It smells like nothing to me.
I'm a big fan of the aloe. That's my top contender so far.
Deep sea goat's milk.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
Oh, wow.
Stop opening
I like
them.
that. I can't smell it.
It's going to be sort of a long, drawn out
I'm not a
cold
fan of
open
it.
here. I
I'm not a fan of
apologize,
that one.
everybody.
cold brew.
Really?
cleanse.
You don't like the deep sea goat's milk?
It's okay.
Aloe's not great.
Alpine
I like that.
sage.
I like deep sea goat milk.
I'm a bigger fan of the aloe.
Deep sea goat milk is kind of mid.
Nah.
Wow.
Mid.
Nah.
The best one so far.
Alpine
has been the,
sage.
bourbon.
Cool fresh aloe.
Wood barrel bourbon?
is my personal
I'm
favorite.
gonna hold on to the. Okay, how about this? Everyone.
It's not bad.
Pine tar.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Alpine sage.
Pine tar is another good one I like.
I'm a fan of pine tar a lot.
Bay rum.
I've had pine tar.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Oh.
pine tar is good.
I put dibs on pine tar right now.
Oh,
I'm putting
Ew.
dibs on pine tar.
smell bay rum.
Bay rum.
Grapefruit IPA.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh,
It's yum yum.
too fruity for me.
Bro, I can't.
Here, hold on to the pine-
differentiate between the cardboard smell and the soap
Sometimes I
Yeah,
No.
smell.
take the pine tar. This is the one you want to hold on to, right?
I know.
Hold on to it.
Oh, those grapefruit ones. Yummers.
I think
Yummers.
These are the last three. Eucalyptus Greek yogurt.
Oh,
Extra large
wow.
milkshake. Yummers.
Bay rum smells good too.
I believe
This-
bay
you're
rum
gonna
was
like this
Michael's
one, I think.
favorite.
Grapefruit IPA.
Eucalyptus
Pretty good.
Greek yogurt.
Wow.
Gold moss.
Oh.
So many? There's more.
This is actually crazy.
We're down to the last one here. Which
Which
was that one? Oh, the grapefruit IPA.
Eucalyptus.
Well, all those. It's all the same.
Yeah, those are just duplicates of some of
What
them.
does eucalyptus Greek yogurt mean?
Wow.
What is eucalyptus?
I think
anyways?
just make up random
Isn't
names.
eucalyptus the thing koalas
whatever.
eat?
Every
Is it?
scent they want in it.
It's okay.
You smell that? You smell that?
Some gold moss.
This is gold moss.
And the last one, spearmint basil.
Ooh.
Sounds interesting.
Keep it open. Keep it open. Keep it open.
Oh, it smells like a race I'm not gonna.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the hell is wrong with you? That smells fine. What's wrong
No,
with
it
you?
smells like something.
Gold moss. Oh, did you get the spearmint basil yet?
Yeah.
This was the last one. Spearmint basil.
Now I want
Oh, we kept that one out.
Mm-hmm.
something special about that bourbon,
The
huh?
bourbon, baby.
I want the bourbon. I call the bourbon. I call the bourbon.
There are two
I'm calling
bourbon.
it
How many
now.
how many are we allowed to take? Just one or two?
Let's see what happens here. But we can start with one.
I'd
for
really like that grapefruit. That
now.
grapefruit's
So
so
Malcolm's
good.
got his eyes on grapefruit. Mark's
I have
got
my
some
eyes on
bourbon.
pine tar.
Patrick's got some bourbon.
That grapefruit's so good.
Crazy.
I like how manly the wood barrel bourbon smells.
It's got that fucking man musk to it.
Yummers.
Yeah, that's my final pick. I'm
So
fine
Patrick's
with the
going
bourbon.
I think
Mark's
eeny,
going
meeny, miny,
bourbon.
moe it.
Malcolm, you've got the
Wait a minute.
grapefruit, right?
I
Oh,
have-
grapefruit
I
and
need to-
pine tar,
I'm really liking this eucalyptus Greek yogurt.
right? Patrick, if you had to pick a number 2,
I would go with the rum easily. Really? That's it?
Wow.
I get 2?
why not? Mark, if you had to pick a second one in addition to the
I think.
bourbon,
Mm,
I love smelling good.
I think I'm gonna go with wood barrel bourbon and eucalyptus Greek yogurt.
please. Very good.
Well, what's this cold brew?
Can you smell that?
The cold
I
brew.
just want to smell everything.
I think the cold brew was a little more of a subtle
Hmm.
one.
Hold on.
You know.
I need to
Oops,
open.
my
Can you open
computer.
Thank you, Matty.
Can I open this?
Actually, not got it.
Oops.
Thank you so much, Matty.
No
Thank you, Matty.
problem. So, you know,
Yeah, I made that decision.
we've got some soaps.
Real subtle.
Thanks, Matt.
No problem.
Oh my god, I was so happy. Bro, I had no idea.
Besides the shower.
I had no idea what this was going to be. And then he said something about like a back order or a double order. And I was like, oh my god, it's happening.
So take the soaps, rub them all over your wet, naked body so you can smell good. You know what?
Sponsor us, Dr. Squatch.
Sponsor us, Dr. Squatch. This gives me a good idea for some content we could make. What I need the 3 of you to do is film yourselves showering and using these.
Okay.
And then we'll put that up on the YouTube and the social media and stuff for some clicks. Because I'm sure everybody's dying to
Which
see
one
that.
of us would get the most clicks?
What does that
Are we
mean?
showing our whole
Like, which
naked
one of
body?
us would get the most
Are we
clicks?
showing our whole nude body?
Yeah. No, just like I think our upper.
No, I was thinking like cocktail.
Okay, whole nude, I guess.
Full frontal.
Who would get the most? Do you guys think?
I'm gonna do it from camera from underneath.
Who was that rapper or whatever that like
I think
was in the shower
I think that was the baby.
and he dropped his phone and then it was just looking straight up at him,
Yeah,
just
it's
right up at his
just cock,
dick.
yeah.
It's hilarious. Anyways, that was all I had for the cold open. 2 bones to pick and gifts to give. Anything else?
Nope.
No.
Alrighty then. Welcome back to episode 35.
Wow.
Wow.
Older than me.
Of Wildly Adequate.
Been older than you fool.
The show about anything, everything,
He's
and usually
34.
nothing. I, as always, am Mr. Matthew Arso, and I am joined by,
Patrick Fahim.
with a mouthful of
Mark.
chocolate.
Malcolm.
The gang is all here. Patrick, you're starting us off. Shift Command 5.
Kiss me.
Take it away. As he's eating. Good thing you
Oh,
took a
God.
big old bite right before you
Riff.
had to start your topic. Well, everybody's got their soaps.
Oh yeah, I switched one of mine out
He did.
because I figured like everybody has different soaps. So and me and you both had the wood barrel bourbon, so I switched my wood barrel for the one that I was originally.
What does it matter?
He didn't want to smell like
He
you.
doesn't want
No,
to.
because I just felt like because there was one that I was like torn between. I was tied between aloe and wood barrel, and then I was like, you know what? Just for the sake of everyone having different
Oh, it
ones.
smelled
and-
really good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Give it to me.
It smells very fresh. Give me.
Give me that.
Are
All
you
right.
ready now?
Let's get into it, boys.
Oh my.
We're gonna be ranking burger chains
Mm. Okay.
with a specific emphasis on their burgers. Okay, a lot
Sick.
of these places offer chicken and stuff, but we're gonna be ranking how we like their burgers in specific.
Sure.
Hey,
Okay, so we're not focusing on anything else. No fries, no sides, no nothing.
Just burgers.
Okay.
burgers.
Okay,
All right.
so we're gonna start off with the, I guess, how do I describe it? Quintessential, ubiquitous McDonald's.
Now, there are many different burgers at McDonald's.
There
Are we
is.
ranking the most? I think that if you're
Let's go Big
picking,
Mac.
if you're picking quintessential, it has to be Big Mac.
Sure.
There it is.
So where are we putting McDonald's?
To me, a Big Mac. Okay, am I comparing this on the scale of any burger ever, or just fast food burgers?
fast food burgers.
For fast food burgers, to me, a Big Mac is great. It's really great. It's great for fast food burgers.
I feel like we shouldn't constrict ourselves just to Big Mac. Like you can think cheeseburger.
I don't want to think cheeseburgers are trash.
But here's my thing.
Okay,
like,
you don't have to think
but-
cheeseburger
but-
then. Whatever burger you
but
like.
we're,
from
we're definitely
McDonald's.
talking fast food though.
We're talking fast
Because
food.
to me, if it's like all burgers, it's gonna be like almost. It's gonna be like edible
Mhm.
Yeah.
compared to like a gourmet burger.
Oh,
That's right.
I thought you meant McDonald's cheeseburger.
Okay, so I'd say if we're talking Big Mac or just their burgers in general, I'd say they're great. They're tasty. I like them a lot.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna toss out a good.
I'm actually gonna toss out an edible.
Wow.
What? For fast food burgers?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
I'm gonna toss out a good, so I think that puts it at good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Even though you like your Big Macs with the what's it called, the sweet and sour sauce?
That is
Junior
wacky.
chicken.
Oh, is it a
crap,
junior
huh?
Junior chicken,
Whatever.
not Big Mac.
yeah.
Whatever.
I think that people are gonna have great problem with that. And they're like McDonald's is only good.
I mean, I think in the grand scheme, once we
Of
finish
fast
our
food,
list,
probably.
it'll look
I
more
agree with where it is. for
good.
sure.
Okay, we're gonna do Harvey's next.
So
Harvey's
what if I have
makes
never
your
tried one? I'm gonna bow out if I haven't tried
Harvey's
one.
Never-
in a very long time.
I don't.
What the hell are you guys talking
if
about?
if I had a Harvey's burger, it was like years and years and years ago. I don't even remember what it tastes like.
order right now.
Have you had a Harvey's burger?
Okay, so
Okay,
you
could
guys
you
you guys
comment on
you guys
it?
pick.
Okay.
familiar with your game. This is now occurring to me. I picked a
No,
black Harvey's
No,
logo
keep in
on a
mind that
dark
you
background.
said good for McDonald's.
I'm going edible for Harvey's.
It's not below a good.
You know,
for me.
based on what I remember, it was just so average. So I'll say edible as well.
It was average.
I would have to toss out a good for Harvey's.
I'm also tossing out a
So
good.
but now there's a deadlock because it's
So wait,
two
what do we have? Two goods.
two
and
two
two
goods, two
edibles.
edibles.
I thought you were abstaining.
Okay, I'll abstain if you guys want to put it at
You
good.
should abstain. Yeah.
Because I really don't remember. I'm
Harvey's
just kind of-
McDonald's doesn't go in the same spot though. Come on.
It does not.
It does
Don't tell
not.
me that.
Harvey's is good.
Harvey's
No,
is
Harvey's
solid,
burgers
bro.
don't
You-
go
but
in
Honestly,
the same spot.
honestly, I'm gonna say it. It's better. Great.
Wait.
It's better
I
than
don't even go
McDonald's.
that far.
Wait, you're saying Harvey's just standard burgers better than a Big Mac or the best
Yes.
burger at McDonald's?
Yes.
That's insane.
You haven't had it in so long.
No, but I remember having it and it being super forgettable. If it was mind blowing, I would never have been.
I'm
like,
not saying it's mind
Just
blowing.
the
It's
marketing.
definitely
Just
great.
the-
I am in
I'll bow
agreement
out.
with you, Patrick, that I think I would rather a Harvey's burger, especially with the customizable options, as opposed to a McDonald's like a
That
Big
being
Mac,
said, even if I bow
but I
out,
would still put them
Malcolm's
around good. together.
Malcolm's is in. He's edible. You're great. He's good. So it's in the middle anyway.
I feel like McDonald's should be edible. To be honest with you, who
No
brought it up?
way.
Edible.
Who brought it up again?
Matty was that good, and I was that great.
And I said edible,
Yeah.
and he said good.
Yeah. So Matty and Malcolm were like in the middle.
Okay.
So even if I said edible as well,
No one wants to come down to edible.
no,
For McDonald's?
not for McDonald's.
Not for McDonald's.
To edible, no. So are we leaving Harvey's a good? What was the consensus?
It was
Good.
two goods.
Mm-hmm.
No, one great, one good, one edible. So it's in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Good for Harvey's.
Burger
What's
King.
next?
Doesn't look right.
Burger King.
The
sure.
King, baby. Here's the thing. I've never had a Burger King.
Oh
burger.
my God.
I've had a
A burger?
I've had a Whopper and I know where it goes.
I've never had a Burger King burger. Miners.
I'm gonna go first. Whoppers are dog shit. They're dog crap.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
They're so bad.
Here's the thing. Whoppers are not great,
Mhm.
but there's so many other burgers at Burger King
But we're
that
talking about the
are
but
great.
we're talking about the main burger though. We're not talking about the Angus beef at McDonald's.
Yeah, we're talking about when you think of this restaurant, this is their main burger.
I'm gonna
I think
toss
that's
out an
fair.
edible for Burger King.
I think that's fair. If we're gonna go Whopper, then I'm gonna have to agree with Malcolm.
What'd you say?
Dog shit.
Oh, you guys both said dog shit.
If we're rating the Whopper, then yes.
Okay, but
Wow.
but here's the thing. I don't think I remember ever having it, but I have a hard time believing that it's dog shit.
Abstain.
it's
horrible.
Abstain.
It's not edible.
We're not gonna do this based on a
I
feeling.
know, but I'm saying it's not edible. It's not even edible, is what I'm saying.
It was hard to
It's
finish.
really bad.
It was hard to finish.
All right. Well, I mean,
I suppose dog shit. You have it.
there you
then.
go.
I'm happy we have something in dog shit.
Patrick.
Alrighty, A&W.
A&W. So we're talking what the
And
we
teen?
talking about teens?
Teens are their
Teens,
classic.
Buddy Burgers.
Okay. Now go back to that dang tier list. This is gonna be interesting here. A&W for me, for fast food burgers, is great. Definitely great.
I'm going great as well. That's great
I
for
can't
me.
put it below great. It can't just be good. It's great for fast food burgers.
It's not good.
It's just not better than Harvey's in my opinion.
While you're deliberating there, Patrick, I would put A&W at edible,
Oh
What
my
the
God,
fuck, dude?
what?
and I would
You
put
don't even have the
Burger
burgers.
King at edible, and Burger King would be higher in edible than A&W.
Have you ever had a A&W burger?
Yeah.
Which one?
You have?
Whatever the teen one
The
is
teen
that you guys
Oh.
always get.
Mm.
I just think a lot. I'm just gonna toss that. I think a lot of A&W stuff is wet hot garbage. I'll just toss that out there. Full
That's
stop.
unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
But yeah, the burger, that's an edible to me.
Okay, it's great to me.
It's great.
Honestly, and relatively speaking, I'm gonna say edible actually.
So then it's good.
So we
then.
land at a good.
That's unbelievable.
Wait, we're both edible.
We're
Yeah.
both great.
You guys are both great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'll split the difference.
For
God
fast
damn.
food burgers, for all burgers, yeah, it's kind of edible. But for fast food burgers, that's great.
Oh, for all burgers, dog shit. Patrick?
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Are we talking Baconator?
Wendy's.
What are we talking?
We're talking.
I think Wendy's is known for their Baconator.
They are.
I've never had the Baconator per se.
You've never had the Baconator?
Yeah,
No, but I've had
Wendy's
their
is-
bacon cheeseburgers. They're mini
What-
ones.
very
what-
similar.
Wendy's is great.
To me, Wendy's is also great. I put it on par with
To me,
A&W.
Wendy's is God tier.
Wow.
When you talk Baconator,
Wow.
it's God tier.
It's almost God tier for me.
For fast food,
honestly.
I'm still saying great
I'm saying
because
great.
there's a particular joint that I would put a God tier that's way better than any of these.
Mhm.
If you know what I mean.
I would say good for Wendy's, but I don't feel strongly
Come
enough about
on.
it to not put it
Are you
at
saying?
great.
Are you saying great?
I'm saying great.
So great, God tier, good. So we're putting it at great.
But I'd
Great.
be fine with it at great.
Okay.
Although above Harvey's and McDonald's,
I agree. It's
a
above
little
lot.
weird, but it is.
It's
what
weird
it is.
being above Harvey's.
a tad bit.
No
on.
way. They don't even eat. I don't even see you like. I didn't know you like Harvey's that much.
It's not that I like it. It's just like the handful of times I've had it throughout my life, I've always been like, "This is a good burger."
Wow.
Like I'm content every time.
Hero
Not the
certified.
works.
Hero certified burgers, please.
Hero burger.
Hero Burgers
You
for
want
some reason.
$70 burger?
For me, I don't know why. Hero Burger, it seems like it's more expensive, but it doesn't taste better than the other fast food burgers.
It's actually really mediocre.
To me, when I think about Hero Burger, it's edible for me. It's just edible. I wouldn't be like, oh, that was a good burger. I always go, that was all right.
I'm saying
Edible.
edible for Hero certified.
Okay, we got two
It
edibles.
doesn't impress me.
I mean, with the list we've got set up right now, I can't imagine Hero being anything less than good.
I'm edible.
Really?
I'm edible.
You guys are insane.
Have you tried a Hero Burger?
Yeah.
It's just okay.
But to
It's
put
better
it
than-
under like Don's and A&W,
Yeah, I
that's
think- I think
insane.
McDonald's is way better.
Wait, where are we
I
talking-
think I would
are we-
confidently put underdowns.
Me
to be
too.
honest.
You guys
too.
are crazy.
Okay, but we're not
people.
talking about like necessarily the quality of burger. We're just talking the tastiness. Because to me, it's like it's probably a higher quality burger in terms of ingredients and shit, and like the bread is nicer.
But I feel like that's why it tastes better.
No, but to me, it doesn't taste better than like something's special about McDonald's burgers. They're not great quality, but they're like delicious. You know.
Oh, yum yum.
You know.
Patrick.
Five Guys.
Oh, here we go.
We
God
get to
tier.
the king.
I think it's
God-
a unanimous God.
Is it a
tier.
unanimous
gotta
God
be.
tier?
I think it's a unanimous.
gotta
God
be.
tier.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Let's not fuck around here, fellas.
Guys, we can't have a respectable list without five guys at God tier.
Five Guys, praise be unto them.
Is that it?
So that was a 7 that I
Can
thought
we
of.
throw out more?
We can throw out like Burgers Priest if anyone
No.
wants to
Never
rank
had
that.
it. I had it.
I think we should
okay.
pick. I think we should pick something that we've all had.
Okay. So what
What
would you
else
throw
do
out there?
I can't think of it.
For a burger joint, I
Yeah.
might throw out.
I've had who has had Shake Shack? I've had Shake Shack.
I've never had. That's a
Had a
United
Shake
States
Shack.
thing, though. Isn't it?
Mm.
So mate, search a burger
Had-
fast food burger
Anyone
joint.
had In-N-Out?
No, I've never.
What about Gladiator Burger?
No,
I've had it.
I want to pick like a chain that we've all
Gladiator
had.
Fine.
Matt, can you search up fast food burgers?
Honestly, for fast food, I think we covered it all. For us.
Might be
These are the big ones, at least in Canada.
burgers.
Abdul's Burger Factory.
Can you search up a list?
A&W, Meltwich, McDonald's.
That picture of McDonald's.
But this is showing by location. Just search up the first. Yeah, fast food hamburgers ranked worst to best. Let's see what we got on here.
White
I can't tell we
Castle,
don't have
yeah.
that.
Definitely. the
Dairy
worst.
Queen.
Nah.
Oh,
Never had it.
I
haven't
feel
had a
like
burger
Dairy
from
Queen
there.
belongs in dog shit.
Yeah.
I think we could. I think sure,
If we
whatever.
wanted to throw it in there.
Let's just shit on
Just throw
Dairy
them
Queen
there.
for a second.
God, the fact that they offer burgers and stuff is
Yeah,
mind
it's like
blowing.
stick to desserts, you assholes.
It's okay.
Some
Assholes.
Dairy,
How
some
dare
Dairy
they?
Queen exec was about to be like, you know what, this is a pretty funny podcast. I'd like to sponsor it, and then they're gonna watch this episode and be like,
I'd like to sponsor it.
guess not anymore.
I think I'd like to sponsor this. What else?
Dairy Queen, Checkers. I don't even know what the
McDonald's.
fuck that is.
American
McDonald's.
Oh,
Pounder.
Burger Factory.
Burger Factory.
Mm.
We haven't.
one.
We didn't think of that.
That's an
Get to
interesting one.
Burger
Shake
Factories are
Shack,
great.
Smash Burger. Carl's
Carl's
Jr.
Jr.
You don't
I've
have
had
that
a
here.
couple times in the States.
Fat Burger.
Fat Burger, no. Jack in the Box, no. Yeah, the problem is some of these are Steak and Shake. I'm interested.
Mhm.
Wendy's, of course, A&W,
Papa.
Fuddruckers, Culver's,
Culver's is good.
Whataburger, Five
I've heard of
Guys,
that.
obviously.
In-N-Out. Oh, In-N-Out looks so good.
It's not. It's
Okay.
Tastes like McDonald's.
Let's,
Wow,
let's
they
do
had-
Burger
Like
Fact.
McDonald's.
Do Burger
Wow,
Fact.
they had In-N-Out as the best, and Five Guys at second. Interesting.
Five Guys is better than
In-N-Out tastes like
In-N-Out.
McDonald's.
You've had In-N-Out?
Yeah, In-N-Out's like McDonald's.
You
I
had
have
In-N-Out?
it.
Tastes like
Yeah,
McDonald's.
when I
It's
was
not
in
great?
California this summer because we were just like, I think it was our first day there, and we were like, all right, let's
It
just
wasn't
get something
great?
quick, and we're like, we'll get In-N-Out. It was like, it was
It was-
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it was
what I
fine.
said. It just tastes
Shake
like
Shack.
McDonald's.
I had Shake Shack one time. I think at an airport.
Shake Shack is
maybe
so
in New
bad,
York.
bro.
Shake Shack was better than In-N-Out though.
Okay.
I
But
like,
it's like not great.
I had the
so-
Shake Shack. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. In-N-Out
I feel so
Another
strongly
really
about A&W
overrated.
being delicious, dude. It's so good.
What were we just talking about?
Burger Factory.
Okay.
This is no less than great.
It's no less than
It,
great.
it's reminiscent to me of, I don't know why, but like it's pretty similar to Five Guys, I would say.
That's a little
It's
fun.
not,
in
it's
its
not,
vibe.
It's not sure. I don't think it's quite on the level.
Why do these all look like shit? Fucking, I don't care.
Okay. I'm very confident with my choice to put it at great. It's not quite
Great.
Five Guys level.
It's definitely great.
I would, yeah.
Be careful.
I would agree at great.
Good.
I could go with great.
Okay.
Well, it didn't matter what you would say at that point because
It's that dog shit brought it down a whole lot.
a whole lot.
So is that our list?
You know
I
what
think
I
so,
You know what I think though?
Yeah.
I don't know if this would. I don't think there's that many more. Now bear with me.
Yeah.
You may think that by saying this, I'm broadening things too much. But if we want to just make this a fast food tier list, there's only a couple more places that are like the most popular fast food places. Like we're just basically missing some of the chicken places. That's it. Like
Yeah.
we'd be missing like a Popeyes, KFC. That's about it. Like what other big chains do we got? So we can throw those in there. But if we're just talking burgers, then that's all we got.
I'm fine with burgers because I think we get to like fast food places as its own thing.
Yeah, but there's gonna have so much overlap. It's gonna be like most of those overlap.
I don't think so. I feel like I'd rate a lot of these places differently if I looked at their.
No, but I'm saying like the list would be composed of like a lot of the same shit and only a few other things. If it was just fast food, because then all we're missing from here is like fried chicken places, and that's about it. There's no other really fast food places.
Well, Patrick, it's your topic.
Yeah, it's your
But
call.
the only problem with that too is then I would look at McDonald's and then instantly I'm thinking, well, McDonald's has got to be way higher than good. If I'm not just thinking about burgers and I'm just thinking about McDonald's.
I see.
The place,
I mean,
you
we
know?
could we could
McDonald's up. I moved Harvey's down. I moved A&W
down.
up.
but then at that point you're saying then we just talk about overall.
Complicated if we do
But
fast
but I'm saying it would be like chicken sandwich versus their burger. But if that's too hard to rank, then we can just leave it as is.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about fast food. Is it really just like the chicken places that are left over?
I'm just trying to think
Taco
of like
Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
So Taco Bell, KFC, Popeyes. What else would we include in like a?
Mary Brown's.
Yeah, but
Chipotle, Barburrito.
Tim Hortons, would that count?
nah,
When I
Tim
think
Hortons.
fast food, I don't know why, but I think of pizza places too.
I was
Well,
about
that's
to say,
that's another
Geno's.
tier list.
This
I think.
just occurred to me. Is Osmos fast food?
I would
fast
say
food,
so,
yeah.
I put Osmond's on there.
It's like fast
Shawarma
casual.
places,
Sure.
fast food. Yo, a shawarma tier list is definitely
Osmond's a
something in the
dog
making.
shit.
I feel like I haven't had enough shawarma places. I only had like a three
Okay, you
or
need to start getting your feet dirty.
Pizza's
your
definitely a
hands
tier
dirty.
list that can happen.
That's its
someday,
own
which
list,
will be
for
a
sure.
fucking bloodbath when I have to. Aren't you the
There's-
one that likes Pizza Hut?
There's
Pizza Hut's so
it's
good.
okay.
Pizza Hut's
Pizza
whack.
Hut is
There's
not
shawarma. There's so many Osmos, Laziz,
Yep.
Shawarma G, Shawarma Royale,
Taza.
Shelby's, Taza. That's 6 right. Like
What's
without
the
even
one
thinking.
by the prison that I haven't tried yet? That the guy said
Oh,
was okay.
Royale?
and you
Yeah,
said was
Shawarma
ass?
Corner.
Shawarma
Corner.
Corner. I gotta try that one because I think that's the only one in town. Actually no, I've never had Laziz because everybody says it's
You know the
ass.
Shawarma Alley?
I tried Shawarma Alley like the day after it opened,
Ali.
the Harry Potter one. I thought it was like fine. Osmos.
Why
and
is there
some
a Harry
other
Potter
places-
themed shawarma place?
I don't know.
So weird.
I don't know, that's weird.
The
not
other
even the
kind of
same
main
culture
shawarma
vibe.
places are better for sure. But the one thing I liked about the Shawarma Alley, I guess compared to other places as like a slight different, is their chicken was almost like crispy, kind of, as opposed to more like regular shawarma where it's kind of like, softer or whatever. What do you pour in a fucking
I hated the way he did that shit.
cocktail?
You know what I think? I think we could do chicken burgers as its own thing because we could have Chick-fil-A, KFC, and then we could also throw
A
some of the
Jollibee if you're crazy.
sure, but we could also throw repeats in here. We can do Wendy's chicken sandwich.
Yes.
we can
Right.
do a McDonald's chicken
Don's,
sandwich.
A&W, yeah, they would all get another
Chicken
can.
can be pretty good.
Does
Too.
Mary-
Five Guys
Mary
have
Brown's.
a chicken burger?
They don't.
They're
They have
just
hot
standard.
dogs, and the hot dog is pretty
Dude,
damn good.
I want to
will
get
say.
I want to get Five Guys right now. I'm so hungry right now.
Five Guys just does like a standard
just-
like beef patty, right?
Go, baby.
You had a burger?
Yeah,
I bought him a burger.
What did you eat?
I had a hot dog, like I said.
Was it good?
It was amazing. I
Really?
loved it, yeah. It
I
was
haven't
really good. I got a bacon cheese dog.
Wow, I
Yeah.
haven't had a hot dog since like last year when I had Costco. I like hot dogs, but I used to like
I got
them.
kind of like a Costco hot dog. I got onions, I got relish, I got
Mm.
ketchup, I got barbecue sauce.
Dude, Costco hot dogs with a poutine. What a combo!
So cheap.
I gotta be honest, I'm not the biggest hot dog person, and the more I go through life, the more I realize every
Have
time,
you ever had a New York dog?
every single time I'm eating a hot dog, I always have the thought of, man, I wish this was a burger or pizza.
Have you ever had a New York
instead."
dog
Like in New York?
in New York?
No. Well, what's the famous?
What about a Chicago dog?
What's the American sandwich. Well, that wasn't a hot dog. That was a sandwich. Never mind. Ignore me. But anyways, are you content?
Are you done now?
Are you done? No, it's okay. You can do whatever you got to do. While I pull up the.
Pull up.
I'm hold on.
Okay, I pull up.
Wait, we're still on this? I thought you cut away already.
No, I thought in case you wanted to get
no.
anything else off your
Yeah,
chest.
that's good.
All right, there we go. Media, art, entertainment. I would like to talk about it quickly, and we're gonna do a little overrated, underrated, fellas.
Porn stars.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about overrated and underrated
Here we go.
porn stars. God, you just gave me a topic idea. For
Oh, no.
Anyways, so
Totally
what I
doable.
asked the gentleman here to do was to basically pick a movie or TV show, like a song or a musical artist, and a video game, and for each of those three categories, pick an overrated and pick an underrated. As Patrick demolishes his mic, I would like to start. Do I want to end positive? You know what? Let's get the arguing out of the way. So we're gonna do overrated first.
Wait. I have it stratified by movie, song, video game.
Yes.
So we're gonna do movie overrated, then movie underrated.
No, we're gonna do all the overrateds, then all the underrateds.
Very nice.
All right.
So we're gonna start. What did I say? Movie, show, music, band, and video game. We'll
So we,
start in
wait,
that
we could say a
order.
song or a band.
Yes.
Okay.
Jesus. So I'm thinking we'll just go one at a time. We'll each break down our thing, give some explanation. I'm sure there'll be some healthy debate, and we'll go from there. Malcolm, I'd like to start at your end of the table, and we'll just work our way around
We're
here.
gonna go overrated show first. or
We're gonna do
movie?
overrated movie/show. So you could have
Alright.
picked either. A
Oh,
movie
either
or.
or.
A
So
show.
what I have here for overrated, I
Mm.
have a movie and a show.
Oh.
My movie is The Last Samurai.
Mm.
And
Oh wow.
my-
Overrated. I don't even feel like it's that over.
That's what I said.
I wasn't saying it in the sense of like overall. I was just saying in the sense of how you guys liked it.
Mm.
And I
Interesting,
did not
okay.
like it even close as much as you guys. And my overrated show is Friends.
Of course.
Sorry,
of
Chandler
course.
Bing.
Oh my god.
so.
Oh my-
That is so like
Just
not
tap
tasteful.
dancing on his grave.
That
right
is. Don't.
now.
That's not tasteful, bro.
It's okay. It'll be a few more weeks, and everybody will forget.
Great.
Before this comes out,
I love Friends.
Friends sucks, but that's a whole other. That's
Have
an easy
you? How many
conversation.
episodes of Friends have you watched?
Enough. to
0.5.
Full season.
0.5.
Enough.
0.5
to know that it
episodes, not
sucks.
enough.
Full entire show.
You watched the entire
Whole
show.
entire show.
You've watched all the seasons.
All of it. Not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable.
Okay, well then you're
Put
valid.
himself through hell.
But he's not.
The Last Samurai, though, this is an interesting one because to the point of like it's not necessarily like super praised all that much. I kind of get that, but I think it is. I think it's looked upon as like this is a good movie. So for you to say
Not a good movie.
that it's overrated, didn't enjoy it at all, strikes me a bit. What don't you like? Don't you like Tommy Cruise running around with
I
fucking
like
Ken
Tom
Watanabe?
Cruise. I don't like Tom Cruise in it. To me,
Really?
he
Yeah.
seems out of place, and it just the whole time he just caught me off guard. I was like, he doesn't belong in this movie.
Well, here's the
Why?
thing. He is literally out of place because he's a white dude in Japan that they made a samurai movie about. So there is a little bit of
I
like.
just
But it's
didn't
not.
like it.
But it's not random. It's not like he's just there.
There
It's
is
like
a
there's
point of
yeah,
like
there is a
the
point.
soldiers and all the
Yeah.
other shit
I
that
just-
gets involved.
I just didn't. The movie didn't catch me. I wasn't interested enough. I just thought it was too silly.
Was okay.
Here's the thing.
Here's what you're not considering. Was it because you were too busy swiping
I was
on
watching
Tinder?
the whole movie. I was watching the whole movie.
Swiping on Tinder.
That was not me.
that was not me.
Wait, was that you? You were swiping on Bumble.
That was
That was
Oh,
Die
Mark,
Hard.
really?
You were swiping on Bumble for an entire movie.
That was
Wait,
during- that was
wait.
during Die
What are you
Hard.
talking about? That's Die Hard. No, I like Last Samurai.
This is why I hate this movie.
Patrick's confusing
Bro,
his
wait. I like Last Samurai and I watched Last Samurai.
No, I'm talking about a different movie. Was it Die Hard?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's Die Hard.
yeah.
But so Last Samurai, yeah, I don't know. That's like that's a bit of a dark horse selection for me. I didn't think you were
Yeah, I
going to
didn't
go
think-
that specific.
I just don't think it's overrated, to be honest.
Mm.
It's
Like I said,
properly
I-
rated.
Like I said, I only did it in terms of how you guys
It's
liked it.
properly rated, and we liked it just as much as the ratings.
Exactly, and I liked it less.
Patrick, your overrated movie or show?
So my overrated movie is No Country for Old Men.
Wacky.
What a piece of shit. What a fucking
It's-
dirtbag.
It's just so. The problem isn't that it's slow paced, but it's just it's just boring. Like I don't know what to
Suck.
I don't know what to say. Like they don't intrigue me with the story.
But it's so tense.
Is it tense though?
Yeah.
He steals this shit. Josh Brolin steals this shitload of money, and then the whole fucking movie you have what's his face?
Psychopath.
there?
Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem like hunting after him and all this shit.
I kept thinking to myself, wait, this movie's still happening?
Oh my god! And there's so many good scenes, like when Javier Bardem's at the gas station or whatever, and he
Oh my
like
God.
does
That
the
was
coin
such a
flip
bad
with the
scene.
What do you
old
mean such a
guy.
bad
It's
scene?
so tense because it's like, is he gonna kill this old guy who doesn't know like
The old
what he's
guy's like-
playing for?
The old guy's like, what?
yeah,
And he's
exactly.
like,
What,
he's
what
like-
business is it of yours?
I don't have this written down, but it just came to me now. I feel
Mm.
like, and I'm saying this as someone who is currently watching this show and currently likes this show.
Mhm.
Modern Family is an overrated show.
overrated.
Wow.
Interesting.
I like it though, and it's entertaining,
Swine.
but it's just like I feel like it's just so, or at least in its prime, it was hype.
Have you
kind of thing.
considered Sofia Vergara?
I have considered Sophia Vergara.
How does that factor into your opinion?
It pains me to say it.
Wow, wow. Well, shit. No, so No Country for Old Men, huh?
No Country for Old Men.
That's really.
What did you
disappointing.
like about the
That's
movie?
wacky.
It's super well acted, and it's just like this slow, tense burn with like these little flare-ups.
Bro, it's
of,
these
like,
actors who are
again.
it's
Josh
these
Brolin
actors
when he's in the
listen,
hotel room.
I don't
he's
mean
hiding with the fucking lights off, and like
Listen.
Javier Bardem's outside the room. You just see the shadow going.
Oh
buddy.
my gosh,
I don't
love
mean
this movie.
I don't mean to be inflammatory here, but the performances were like they were half asleep.
Oh my-
What are you talking
Like, I
about?
don't know what to- I don't know what to tell you here.
Javier Bardem in that movie is like, I mean, I guess this is the overrated point, but it's like considered like one of the all-time just great like villain performances.
That's
in the movie.
crazy.
I mean, that's
That's
crazy.
insanity.
Of
did
how
such a
just,
good
like,
job.
fucking
Speak up, bro.
cold
Clearly
and-
you agree with me.
He's like a machine. Like he's like the
I'm-
Terminator.
I'm somewhere in the middle between you guys because I think Maddie and Malcolm seem to like absolutely love it, and you seem to like hate it. I just thought it was like Maddie said, it has some cool, intense moments. I really like Javier Bardem's character. He's kind of creepy, and you don't know what he's doing, and it's like I like the ominous vibe of it, but I do feel like it was a bit. I like stories that like hook me more, and I felt like it was kept too mysterious for a long time.
Oh my God,
it was good though.
I have to say this. Overrated.
Wait.
There will be blood
Overrated by who? Overrated by who? By me only?
by me. Wait, what?
But we're talking like overrated generally. I don't think it's a generally overrated movie.
Are we talking about overrated generally or our takes on overrated?
It's like what things do
What do
we
you
think
think
are
is
overrated?
No, but you're
talking about.
no, but when you're saying something's overrated, you're looking at a rating and you're saying that's overrated. So who's overrating it? Is what I'm saying.
He's saying everybody's overrating it.
You're saying everybody's overrating it, but have you heard other people's opinions on it, or just for us? That's why I'm saying
What's the
like
answer? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
you guys don't know what
There Will
overrated
Be
means.
Blood, generally
Where's the rating
speaking,
coming
is
from?
considered like a great
Yes,
movie,
but
you
is
know,
that-
by
but-
people.
But I don't think he knows that. Did you know that it's
I
like
did know
critically
that.
acclaimed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're doing okay, because I was saying like, for example, with Last Samurai, it's not overrated, or it's not like most people don't consider it like a masterpiece. For
Sure.
example,
But even
So it
in
wouldn't
him
be-
saying that, like he
yeah.
acknowledges that, and he's still saying like it shouldn't be considered even
but
good.
I'm saying when you're saying it's over or under,
Yeah.
there's the reference point. So I'm saying, what's
Yeah.
your reference point?
I think There Will Be Blood is a better, or like an answer I get a little bit more than Last Samurai, because that is one where it's considered like this like whatever fantastic movie, and I look at it and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's really good, but like it's not like it didn't. I think too the thing with overrated, underrated, and I'm gonna get to this with some of my answers, is I think you can even like the things
Of course,
that you think are overrated.
I like my
Like
answer.
me and Modern Family.
But yeah, but not necessarily buy into like, and it's like, yeah, I like There Will Be Blood. I'm just not like,
Yeah, but
holy shit.
But what I was
blah,
trying
blah, blah.
to clarify is when he was saying Last Samurai, it wasn't based off his understanding of what the general consensus
Well, I
is on the
understood what the
movie.
general consensus was that it's all right, but I wasn't going off of that.
No, but
I
you-
even
no,
said
but-
that.
No, but
I
what
even
you
said it's only off of what you guys said.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I was asking for There Will Be Blood. Is it also just based off of us? That's what I was asking.
No,
you. Okay,
no.
so you're using different rules for different movies then.
Yeah.
What is happening?
For overrated movies. Now,
no,
here's
but I'm
the
saying
thing.
he's saying for There Will Be Blood.
He
it's
shifted
ba-
the reference point. Yes.
the reference point was everybody,
yeah.
but for
But thing
Last
was
Samurai was
just
for
us.
us. So that's why I was clarifying.
Yeah.
For my overrated film, I was thinking about it, and again, this is something I saw online because I did a little bit of Googling just to see today about like overrated stuff, and like, you know, when it got to like music, which we'll get to, somebody like, there's always people who put like the Beatles or whatever, and I'm like, what do you mean overrated? Like, sometimes I think people confuse overrated with I don't like this.
No, but the Beatles, I understand because people consider it the greatest band of all time. If you ask
Sure.
people what's the greatest band of all time, most people will say the Beatles, or a lot of people. So I think that's why that reference point of like it's the greatest ever, people will be like, no, I like the Beatles, but it's not the greatest ever.
I guess, but to me, it just feels like it's some people just don't necessarily care for the Beatles. And there's other examples where people will list other movies. So, anyways, originally I was going to put The Lord of the Rings. However, I have only seen the first one, A, and second of all, it's something I thought about where it's like, I don't like this, but I can see why it's this like acclaimed thing. So I will stay away. I will stay.
So why are we talking about this then?
From Lord of the Rings. Instead, I will toss out Titanic.
Oh, okay.
Leo?
Very good.
Leo. A perfectly fine movie, romance film,
I never watched it.
period piece, whatever. James Cameron, Terminator, Aliens. I love you. Avatar's fine. But I cannot believe that there was a point in time for a long time
Was the
where
highest
Titanic
grossing?
was the highest grossing movie ever.
But that's just because
I
of
don't get it.
But I think that's just
Tight.
because of like couples going to. I don't necessarily think it was like, oh, this is a masterpiece type thing. Was it?
But there are people out there that like it is regarded as like, oh, it's this great movie, and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's all right.
It's
Like
de-
it's perfectly fine.
It's definitely regarded as like an all-time classic. Type
Yes,
thing.
and I'm like, there's nothing necessarily like glaringly wrong with Titanic.
Yeah.
But there's also nothing where I'm like,
Mm.
wow, one of the goats, like we nailed it out of the park.
Raise your hand if you've seen Titanic, Leo version. Oh, just me? Okay.
Scumbag.
Just me, I have.
My mom loves that movie.
It's not
so.
bad.
That was
It's
alright.
just it's fine. And
There's
also
a charming
I know the
to it.
thing at the end, like it's a joke at this point, but it's like you
Door?
both could have fit on the fucking thing, or just find more debris. Like, what do you mean? There's only room for like kill yourself.
It's for the drama.
So did he end up like sinking?
He freezes to
Yeah,
death
he kind of
in
just
the
freezes
ocean.
to death and just
And then
like,
and then it cuts to her as like an old woman, and she's like remembering the whole. I
Oh, remember how she could have saved him and
She's like,
then she offed
"Oh."
herself?
and that she let this
I
poor,
loved Jack.
she
So
let this poor innocent boy die that she banged in a car.
so for my
Honestly, I think she. I haven't watched the movie, but it feels like the way you guys are describing it, she killed. Like she knew what she was
She
doing.
murdered him.
She murdered. Yeah, exactly.
She just didn't want to get tied down.
Exactly.
So-
Like she was like, I wanted this just to be a fling on the Titanic,
Mm.
and if he survives, then it's gonna be a whole.
He's
thing.
really
What,
attached.
Then I'm gonna get in
marry this
trouble.
guy now.
It's gonna be trouble.
Okay, so for my overrated movie or show, I'm gonna say something that's highly controversial,
Oh.
and I want you to know that I like this movie a lot, but I think that based on the reaction from when it came out, and still the consensus now from general people online,
I'm about to agree with you. Far From Home, isn't it?
no,
Or not Far From Home.
I think Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is an overrated movie.
Wow.
I think the sequel to the Spider-Verse, like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, I like Into the Spider-Verse a lot.
Mm.
Across the Spider-Verse, I also like a lot. But people, when it came out and still now, are like, this is one of the best comic book movies I've ever seen in my life. To me, it's beautiful. Visually, it's amazing. There's some cool story beats. I like a lot of the characters. There's a lot of interesting characters with different art styles and stuff. But I just thought, from like a story perspective, and just the pacing of the movie, I thought it was a little bit sloppy at a lot of the times. I just felt like there was too much going on. I felt like it was just too messy. It wasn't like concentrated enough. And I just think it was all over the place from a structure standpoint. But I like the movie a lot still, and I would watch it again and love it. But I just think it's overrated based on what I've heard from people online of like, this is a masterpiece comic book movie. This is like one of the best movies ever.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get any arguments from Malcolm or I because
Yeah.
we walked out of that movie with that opinion. You forgot already?
What are you talking about?
Spider-Man Across the
Spider-Man
Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse?
Yeah,
The second one?
The second one, yeah.
I love that one.
Wait, was it just me then? That was like,
I think
oh.
it was me. I think I
love
was
that
talking
one.
to you and being like, it was great. I still think it's a great movie. Like I'm saying, like Matty was saying, you could still like them.
Yeah.
I still think it's like an 8 out of 10. Like it's really good.
I think what you said about the pacing being sloppy is right on the money.
Yeah, but I also think that like the consensus online, if you ask people, a lot of people say 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. People generally think it's like a masterpiece of a movie. To me, it's not quite that. It's like a really good movie, but it has problems. That's my take on it. I don't really have a show that I think is like over or under.
Spider-Verse, the original one, to me, is like a 10 out of 10 movie.
I think it's really up there, yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse, to me, is like the difference between a 10 and a 9.9.
Really?
I don't agree with
I
that.
think Across the Spider-Verse is fantastic, and it's one that, like, the 2 times I've seen it since seeing it in the theater, I only like it more and more. It's definitely, like, a little messier and a little sloppier than the first one, but I just think what it maybe lacks in that, it makes up for in being such a just brilliant, like, piece of art in the fact that it's like the movie is absolutely like in every technical, artistic, how it's put together, how it's made. Like in every other metric, it's like untouchable.
But I
to me.
think that's why I rank it a little bit lower, because to me, all that external stuff is like the technical stuff is really important. But to me, the most important thing is the story. And I felt like the story was a little bit crammed full of shit, just kind of a little bit sloppy. That's why it ranks a little bit lower for me. But everything you said, I agree with. It's like technically incredible. So yeah, it's one of those things where I like the first movie, Into the Spider-Verse, more because I felt like it was paced better. It was a smoother story. It wasn't just kind of like choppy. But I felt like Across the Spider-Verse was a little bit choppy.
Overrated.
I think it's overrated. But again,
Dumb.
I still think it's an amazing movie. It's great. It's just overrated from what I've heard.
Amazing.
Don't.
It's great.
You might even say spectacular or ultimate
Sure.
or superior. All the other fucking titles like give Spider-Man. Malcolm, as we come back to
No Way Home. Overrated. Go
Kill
on.
yourself.
I think that's a given. I
I've
don't really
changed my mind and decided that we're gonna do underrated movies now. We'll do movies.
Thank
Okay.
God you came to your
Then we'll
senses.
go
Thank God you
music
came to your
video games.
senses.
So, what's an underrated movie in Malcolm's opinion?
No, I know. I'm just no. I know. I don't really know the general consensus on this movie.
Okay, let us know and we'll fill you in.
It's Rogue One.
I think
Interesting.
Rogue One generally is considered a great Star Wars movie. I don't think it's considered like the best ever, but I think usually what I've heard is it's up there. Like it's like kind of 8 to 9 range is what I've heard. I don't think many people are like it's whack.
I get what you're saying in the sense of, to
I'm
me,
just saying, I feel like it should be rated higher.
Also, we could talk about
Sure.
notoriety too, or we could talk about how it's aged. Like
Sure.
if you feel like people forgot about it too quickly, it's like that's an
I
underrated
also
movie.
feel. I also feel
Rogue
that.
One's thing is, I think, personally, I'm kind of about to be the problem I'm gonna bring up, is that I would look at it like if I'm ranking all the Star Wars things, it's like, okay, like 5, 4, 6, Rogue One, and then like on and on and on. I think there is a very compelling case that Rogue One arguably belongs in the top 3, maybe even top 2, if
Could
you
be.
wanted to get really controversial. Like, I think there's an argument
Yes.
to be made that it could
Yes.
be like Empire, Rogue One, A
Yes.
New Hope kind of thing. Like, that could maybe be your top 3.
Bro, Rogue One is a masterpiece movie.
Bro, I haven't seen it since I was like a teenager. I want to
That's
watch it again.
so good. It's
I have
so
never
good.
been more scared of Darth Vader in any movie than that one.
Just because of the final scene.
Just because of the
How well it
final
was done?
scene.
It was great. It's so crazy.
I'm terrified for the rebels in that scene.
The only thing I think that hurts Rogue One and would maybe leave it out of the top 3, and it does for
Fuck it.
me, is because I
Blaspheme.
feel like with the original 3, to me, it's like I have a hard time putting something that came not after.
That's
but it's just
BS,
like,
bro.
The original trilogy
That's
is where
BS,
the
bro.
entire thing starts. It is like the introduction to Star
gross.
Wars
Okay, it's
as we
BS
know and love
still.
it.
That shouldn't be a reason to keep it out.
It's a gross M&M.
At best, to me personally, I would have Rogue One at 3. I would do like Empire, A New Hope, Rogue One, then Jedi.
I think
At best.
as much as I like A New Hope, I think overall as a movie, Rogue One is better than A New Hope.
Without a
I
doubt.
think as a movie for sure.
Without a doubt.
I think that some of the originals, like especially New Hope, it doesn't age as well as other movies. I think it's really great still, but I think
I guess, but I feel like the old ones also have that like cachet and that like
there's charm.
that iconic classic like
Yeah.
moviness
Yeah.
about them, you know, where it's like Rogue One arguably better than A New Hope, but Rogue One doesn't have Luke staring at the fucking twin suns and John Williams just going crazy on the soundtrack
Crazy.
and making me like cry happy. Like
Oh,
it
the
doesn't have
purple sky.
it doesn't have that, but like
But
I
it's
get
so
what you're saying.
good.
So I
So good.
can get behind Rogue One
My
for
turn now?
underrated. Patrick, please.
He only thought of a Star Wars one because of me, I feel like.
Oh,
I
wow.
said Star Wars Episode 3 is
Oh God.
underrated.
I think that I agree with you just because of the shit that the prequels get
Yes.
overall. I think
Yes.
that the whole, it's like people painting over the whole, what do you call it? What are they called?
Painting with a broad
The
brush.
sequels or what are
They're
they
the
called?
prequels.
I think people painting with a broad brush over the prequels ignores that 3 is legitimately like solid compared to the other 2.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I agree with you.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Episode 3. I just think it's got too much of the prequel stank on it. And whatever highlight moments it has, and I think we've talked about this before on the show. I think episode 3 only works as well as it does to you and to like, first of all, people around our age range because they grew up with it. So there's like a nostalgic thing. And second thing, it works for like diehard Star Wars fans. As somebody who has yet to see all 5 seasons of the Clone Wars and
7.
some of the other shows.
7 seasons.
Whatever. Oh yeah, there was more than that. All 7 seasons of Clone Wars and like read some of the comics and like all this other shit. 3 on its own following 2, I don't think works all that well. I think if you had 7 years worth of television and spin-off shows
Crazy.
and comics,
You know what's
and other
crazy?
shit,
You know what's crazy? We do.
yes, but I'm saying that's not. You can't factor that in.
Why? Why can't you factor that in? Explain to me why we can't factor
I
that
think
in.
you can factor that in as like, if you've seen all this, it amplifies this. But I think on its own, it doesn't work. It's not like the fucking MCU where it's like Infinity War is great. It's bolstered by all the other movies that have come before it because it's like that's the point. That's what the MCU is. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 coming out, being varying degrees of whack. And then years later, them being like, let's fill it in with 7 years worth of television and like retroactively make it like
I still
cool
think
and
without
awesome and all that stuff.
I still think without the 7 years of television, it is underrated. I will still stand by that point
All right, Matty.
because the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan in that
I stink.
movie is what I love. You stink? Okay.
It's okay. You got
Probably.
soap now for your stank ass. Underrated movies. I had to do some soul searching on this one, and I'm landing on. Speaking of animated movies, 9.
Oh, interesting.
Never seen it.
Because
no way you're going 9,
I
bro.
It is unit.
Fucking love 9, and I don't think it ever got the time of day
It doesn't.
and the respect it deserved.
It didn't, and it still doesn't.
Especially because of 2 things. First of all, and I was just listening to another podcast where they brought this up, where they were talking about horror movies, and they said what sucks specifically in the West is that like horror and animation aren't really explored as much as they could be and should be, and like there's a lot of wasted potential there. So there's that. And with 9, you get this like horror light animated thing that I think was underappreciated. Then to me, it's like, and we were just talking about this recently, where it's like Coraline. Everybody loves Coraline. What?
Mhm.
No, sorry, I was just looking up.
Everybody loves Coraline. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Love it.
Everybody fucking
Never
loves
seen
that
it.
movie. You're dirt and swine
You're
and
kidding.
shit.
You're
and-
actually kidding.
What do you mean you've
Why do
never
you keep
seen it?
doing that?
Doing what?
Come in.
It's comfy.
Once
You've
upon
never
a
seen it.
Never.
We gotta
wait,
fucking
Nightmare Before
watch it.
Christmas. You've never seen?
Never.
Not once.
Not once.
God, we have to watch
Not
it.
once.
But so it's like that movie, beloved.
And also, I have no interest in seeing it.
You're dirt.
Yes, you do.
Paranorman, liked well
I
enough.
watched it recently.
Frankenweenie, liked well enough. Like all these light, or what's the one with Johnny Depp and the bride there?
Oh,
Corpse
Edward
Bride.
Scissorhands.
Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride.
Yes,
Edward
exactly.
Senor
Thank you
Scissorhands.
for saving me with the reference. Corpse Bride is another one
Is
of
that
these
not a role
movies.
he had?
Robert
Yes.
Robert Scissorhands.
Robert?
So it's like Corpse
Edward.
Bride is another one of these movies that's looked at as like slam dunk. And then I feel like everybody just sleeps on 9 of like, it's this awesome, probably way too inappropriate for the like demographic it was targeted towards kind of thing. And it's just really good. The cast is really good.
It's so
'cause
heartfelt and sad. And
I think it's Elijah Wood, Lord of the Rings. And I want to say
I'm pulling it up.
Ian McKellen,
Wow.
but I could be dreaming as one, the like older puppet that leads them or whatever.
Do me a favor.
What?
Search up 9 right now.
Okay.
I'm looking up
9 ratings.
So it's Elijah Wood, Jennifer Connelly,
There we go.
Christopher Plummer,
Oh,
Alan-
maybe he's the
Plummer.
Alan
Oh, yeah,
Oppenheimer,
Plummer's one.
John C. Riley, Crispin Glover.
57% on Rotten Tomatoes. Now I don't like Rotten Tomatoes to begin with, but I'm sorry, a 57% on Rotten
That's
Tomatoes
criminal.
is insane.
That's criminal.
That's underrated as shit. And again, John C. Riley. Look at like the cat. Like it's got a good
Oppenheimer.
cast. Freaking Crispin Glover. It has a good cast. It's got.
His
I
name is
think-
Crispin?
Yeah.
He plays
Fucking Back to the
he plays
Future.
Marty McFly's dad in the Back to the Future.
Kristen really got you, huh? But it's like great cast, cool animation.
Show me the guy that's named Crispin.
Here he is, Crispin Glover.
Oh, that's a handsome man, bro.
Wow, you want to take back your laughter now, you
I
piece
mean,
of shit?
I do, kind of, yeah.
So, to cut a long story short, I just think 9 is criminally underrated, especially when you consider the movies that are like kind of in its neighborhood that get all this attention, rightfully so. But then 9 just kind of feels left behind.
Definitely.
And I don't appreciate that. So fucking go watch
Cool.
9.
Cool. All right,
Underrated, Mark.
Nice.
Do I have to pick one?
No.
Let's start there.
Okay. So I know this is going to sound silly, but I genuinely think it is underrated based on what I've heard online, just on Instagram and just reviews in general. Also, when you compare it to the other movies that this director has made, people generally consider it not one of the better ones, and I think it's his best, and that's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I've heard from many people, oh, it's boring, oh, nothing happens. Like, I've heard that from many, many people.
You've heard it from someone at this table.
Sure. No, but I'm saying I've heard it.
I changed my mind.
No, but I've heard it many times online of like, this movie sucks, this movie's boring, there's no point to this movie. When I watch that movie, it's like, to me, it's a masterpiece and it's one of his best ever. And I'm saying it's underrated because of how people rank it in his movies and how they talk about it in general as just kind of a slow, boring movie with no point. I think it's amazing. I love that movie.
I agree with you, and I actually think that Once Upon a Time is one of his best.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
You're talking.
I think Once Upon a Time is one of his best. And I recently watched an interview where he says Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is actually
Howard
thinks it's
Stern.
one of his best.
Yeah, it was on the radio show.
Yeah.
Howard Stern, yeah.
Here's the thing.
I love it.
I think this works as an underrated thing in like a public sense and not a critical sense.
Yeah,
'Cause
but
I think
even the reviews aren't
critically
as good, though.
Aren't they?
No, they're not as good as the other movies of his
It was
movies.
9.5.
Search up Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh shit! I typed up
Once.
97% on
Once.
See? 7.6, 85.
7.6 is
But
criminal.
Yeah,
But
but IMDb always I feel like.
But
is low.
compared to his other movies, most of his other movies have like 90%. And that's just critically, of course, but yes, like search up Tarantino movies. Let's see how they shape up.
Let's go Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight is also underrated. That one has a low review.
See, I feel like to me, Hateful Eight would be more underrated.
I think it is, yeah.
Than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Pulp Fiction, for example.
92, 8.9,
Glorious Bastards.
89. Inglourious Basterds is so good, dude. Django, let's get Django.
Kill Bill
Kill Bill's not
coming in with an 85, so that would be
on
around
par.
the same.
Django, 87,
only a
8.5.
couple points higher. Yeah.
Like, go Hateful Eight. Let's see what they did. Because
Mm.
I was going to say Hateful Eight, but I feel like I've heard people shit more on Once Upon a Time than Hateful Eight.
75.
That's wacky.
Yeah.
But
That
I get.
movie is so good.
So good.
I agree with you in the main of I feel like not so much the critical consensus, but like your average,
Moviegoers.
your
yeah.
average moviegoer and that kind of thing. Because even my parents both love Tarantino, and I showed it to them, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that like kind of was whatever."
Damn.
And
Your
I was-
dad? I thought
Yeah.
your dad, being the movie lover about a movie about movies, he'd be
And
like,
I was like, "What do you?" Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
thing. I was like, "What?" And they're kind of like, I don't know. Like, I think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's biggest, what does it a disservice is that it's less focused on a specific plot, and it's more just like
moments.
here's things happening
Just
with
moving
like these
through
different
everything.
characters. Yeah, it's kind of just like moving along with them.
But ultimately
as
it's
opposed
following-
to like some greater conflict or something has
Okay.
happened and like everybody's
Yes.
dealing with it now. Like it's more of like a just like DiCaprio's doing his thing and what's his face? Why am I blanking on his name? Brad Pitt's
that's what
doing
I
his
like
thing
about it.
and Margot Robbie. Like it
But
is
to
more
me-
of like it's less something's happening and more like, hey, you're gonna like exist alongside everybody for
Yeah.
like 3 hours.
But I just love that I love the beauty of just like you just see these individual lives going on. But also I feel like the main thread that you follow is seeing DiCaprio's like midlife crisis, being like, fuck, I'm losing it as an actor.
Right.
And then him at the end of the day, I think even though you're following like Sharon Tate a little bit, you're following Cliff Booth as well. Like ultimately the movie is about Rick Dalton and his like career. And I think that like it bounces between a couple different things, but that's what like is the main line.
Well, and don't get me wrong though. Even though I think it's like kind of meandering, and I know sometimes people use that as like a negative thing. That's what I like that in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have no problem with the like lack of a plot kind of thing and the sort of like, hey, we're just gonna like exist for a bit kind of thing. Like I have no problem with that.
I'm gonna throw out a show as well, just to have like one-on-one. And this is definitely not underrated critically, but I think it's underrated amongst people our age, just like young people. A lot of people that I talk to have never even heard of this show, let alone watched it. Mr. Robot. I think Mr. Robot is incredible. I've seen the first 3 seasons. There's 4 seasons in total, so I haven't even seen the whole show. But the first 3 seasons are so fucking good. and I don't really meet people that watch it. And the people that watch it are like, oh, I watched a couple episodes and I just stopped watching. I think
they
it's
hate Egyptian people.
Oh my god.
Rami Malek is the star of that show. He's really good.
And he goes, "I'm Mr. Robot."
It's an incredible show, and I think that it's underrated amongst the population, but critically it does extremely well, and it was like regarded as like a masterpiece of a show.
Yeah. Malcolm, for your what are we doing? Overrated song / musical artist. Either or. It doesn't have to be both. It's either one.
I put 2 songs for my overrated songs. One of them is God's Plan.
Okay.
I can't stand it. And the second is No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Wow. Some Beastie Boys
I
hate.
also just can't. I can't.
Oh my god, that just jogged. You're just jogging my memory on some stuff I can say is overrated.
Oh wow. No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I don't I've never thought of that song as like overrated or underrated. Like to me that's always been kind of middling. God's Plan though, I see what you mean a bit more.
Do you? Person who doesn't like Drake.
I was gonna say Drake as overrated for my thing, but I'm not gonna say that, so I'll get to my actual answer. But that was something I was thinking about today.
You think Drake is overrated?
Was it gonna be Drake? Maybe Taylor Swift?
Name 2 Drake songs other than
I
God's
think you
Plan.
could do that.
Other than
2
God's
Drake
Plan.
songs?
Yeah.
2 Drake songs other than God's Plan. I would have to think about
Can't
it.
name. That's not
Well, there's Hotline Bling,
That's right.
That's all right.
God's Plan. What the fuck's the other one? I know this. Why am I blanking?
What does it sound like?
The only thing I can think of is God's Plan in my head right now, but that's not what I want. Yeah, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Down the alley.
Okay.
It's just everything I've heard from Drake, I've never been like, oh, I get the hype. Much respect, Canadian boy, represents
Is that-
Toronto
is that
all the
your
time.
answer?
No, now
Oh.
Patrick got me started. But anyways, songs.
Okay, my overrated song is Money.
What? Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way that's your answer.
I have in parentheses joke.
Oh my god! I was gonna be like,
I
of
knew
all
it.
the songs on earth you could have chosen, you picked one specifically to
I
hurt
will
me.
say Malcolm has jogged my memory. I have an overrated song here, but I want to say this band first.
Please.
The Beach Boys are an overrated band.
What?
Wow.
Boys.
Overrated by who?
So wrong.
You're talking about us right now. Because overrated in general, they're not overrated in general. They're not super highly rated in the
In general, people think they're good, and
Yeah,
that's
people
not
think they're good.
that's more than
If
what they
anything, the
deserve.
Beach Boys would be underrated.
Unbelievable.
They're not
If
underrated.
anything, the Beach Boys would be
I
underrated.
think
They
they're-
are not. They are
I
horrifyingly
think they're
overrated.
I think
No,
they're
they
I
are
think they're
not.
underrated when it comes to like people our age for sure. They're underrated, but I think in general they're accurately rated.
I'm gonna say, Patrick, I kind of get what you mean. I kind of get it.
What is going
Fuck
on
outta
here?
Wait, he just said they're less than good, is what he said. You agree
No,
with
I'm
that?
saying-
I like
I'm
a handful of
let me
Beach
let me
Boys
let me clarify
songs,
what I'm saying.
Sure.
People think that they're this this is a good band. That's
They're a
overrated.
great band.
They're an okay band.
I
That's
think
what
you
I'll
need-
say.
I think you need to dive into their music a little more. I think that's what
You guys have forced their music down my throat for I don't know how long now.
You begrudgingly try to listen to them.
I kind of see what you mean, because again, I like a handful of their songs that I think are like classics, but there's not necessarily like I don't get from them. I don't know, and like some of the other bands that I like, I appreciate, for example, a certain amount of, let's say, like technicality or like musical skill, and it's like I don't get like a Eddie Van Halen level guitar playing or like a
don't need
Neil
that.
Peart level drum playing.
that.
Here's
from
the thing.
They've
Beach
got
Boys,
soul,
you know.
baby.
Here's the thing. And this is gonna make you guys. This is gonna make
Here
Mark
we go.
upset.
Here we go.
Particularly, the movie made me hate that band more.
What's that called again? Was it Love and Mercy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was. I thought it was
alright.
okay.
I think it was
It
alright.
made me dislike the band more.
Wow.
Okay, so my overrated
So stupid.
my overrated song is "Happy."
Because I'm
Sure.
happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
sure.
so
I
overrated.
can get down with that for sure.
Okay, I'm glad we ended on a note we can agree.
So I was gonna say Drake, and instead,
Fuck you.
uh,
Not you.
I'm gonna toss one out, and for you guys, this I think will make sense and be clear. And for the audience out there, I might have mentioned this in passing and before, but I'm gonna break it up now. The Weeknd.
No.
I think The Weeknd is so
Get the
overrated.
fuck. I don't even listen to him.
Again, another Canadian boy.
Get the fuck
I like
outta
Sacrifice and like one or two other songs I think are
One or
fine
two.
enough, but I think he's so overrated.
Let go of my damn soap.
I just do not get the hype at all.
Here, bro. At all. the fuck out of here.
I don't get it. It just sounds like
I don't even have words to say because I'm just so shocked.
That's unreal.
I just think some of his stuff just straight up blends together.
How can you call yourself proudly Canadian when you're shitting on all our Canadian artists?
Nuh-uh, I'm shitting on those Canadian artists.
It's just such a ridiculous statement that I feel like we shouldn't even. I can't even entertain it. Like I don't even know what to say.
We can move on. We can move on.
Okay, let's move on.
You don't think even the slightest bit overrated?
No.
Not
No,
even like a modicum.
Not even a modicum.
Okay, when we're talking overrated, I think what you're thinking is like popularity, but to me, it's not necessarily popularity.
But it's popularity. It's critical consensus.
No, but to me, someone could be super popular, but a lot of people are like a lot of casual listeners will be like, I'm not the biggest fan of. To me, it's like I think that popularity, he's like top 3 in the world right now. So maybe you think he's overrated by popularity wise, but I don't think like critically he's like regarded as this brilliant musician who's top 3 of all time type thing. He is monetarily and like listens and shit.
But when it comes to music, it's hard to like parse out like critics. You know what I mean? Especially if they're like a modern artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
sure.
I think, yeah, that's my point.
Overrated.
Okay.
So to me, an overrated musical artist, because the reason I think he's overrated is because I listen to his music now and it sounds super corny and I just can't do it, and that's Eminem. I think that Eminem as a rapper.
I don't agree.
Eminem as a rapper, I think that he's really talented at rapping in general, but to me, it's when I listen to some of his songs from like back in the 2000s or 90s or whatever, to me it just sounds like a little cheesy and corny now.
But that was sort of what it was.
I know, but
in the early 2000s.
But Ice Cube still to me sounds incredible, and I love his music from back in the 90s.
Yeah, but
he's
a different kind of rapper.
But my point is, I think that people look back at Eminem and go, "Oh, one of the goats of rap."
I think
to me, I don't think he's
Eminem so amazing is that he did the corny and wacky stuff and made it good, and everyone still loves it.
I just don't think it's great. I think that when I was growing up, I liked some of his songs that were coming out. Like, what was that one album with the little red plus?
Red plus.
It's like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Yeah, that song.
To take a stand.
So even that song,
that
now,
song's a little wacky.
It's catchy. It's corny. I think that a lot of his shit's corny.
Lose Yourself, to me, straight up certified banger. Hood classic.
I can't listen to that now without being like, it's overplayed. It's just
Huh?
like, Lose Yourself. Yeah, I just can't. It's just like
overplayed.
It was
overplayed.
Dun, dun,
On the radio?
yeah, all the time.
I would push back a little bit. I get what you're saying of like
He's
some of
considered
his
the GOAT,
stuff is
one
a
of the
little,
GOATs.
but I think that GOAT status thing for him, the reason I wouldn't necessarily think of that as super overrated.
Oh my god! You gotta lose yourself in the music. It's hitting me.
Isn't because of like any sort of critical consensus or even like his popularity and all that. It's to me, it's the way the rest of that side of the industry like hated him at first and then embraced him of like, oh shit, this guy's got it.
No, it's
'Cause
definitely
like
a good
that
story.
side of the industry is like it's like a lot of black artists. Like there aren't very many white artists or just
Logic.
non-black artists
Oh, I like Logic.
push through and then are like recognized by the rest of the community as like that motherfucker's got it. And to me, it's like what I would push back a little bit with Eminem on isn't like any popularity or critical stuff. It is that like the rest of that world basically welcomed him in as like, you know, you've got it.
I still think of him as a good artist, and I think of him who's made a lot of like hits and stuff. But just generally, now that I listen to him now, I listen to him as an adult, I just think that I just can't vibe with a lot of his shit, and I just don't think it aged that well for me. So I just think he's overrated. That's for myself.
Okay.
But
Mom Spaghetti.
Underrated
music, Malcolm.
I haven't even thought of one, to be honest.
Where is it? Oh, I put for song, I put Instant Crush by Daft Punk.
Oh, that's a great song.
I've never heard
Love
that
that
song.
Never heard that one either.
And
You're absolutely right.
for artist, I put Steely Dan.
Oh,
Interesting. Steely Dan. Yeah, that's a good one because I feel like Steely Dan is like doesn't get.
I feel like they don't get enough credit.
Yeah, there's like a certain amount of not like appreciating it that I can see with theirs.
I'm gonna need 3 amens
Here we go.
for what I'm about to say for underrated.
Mm.
Are you guys ready to say amen for each?
Sure.
I think so.
Boston,
Amen.
Kansas,
Amen.
Supertramp.
Amen. You stole my answer in Boston.
Oh,
Oh,
Boston
wow.
was going to be my answer for underrated like band. I think what's frustrating about Boston is like every single person knows more than a feeling, whether you like it or not. Everybody knows more than a feeling. A slightly smaller portion of people know peace of mind. then it kind of drops off for people. And that's what frustrates me so much about Boston, where I'm like, they have so many good songs, and even some of their stuff that like people don't know, or even stuff that I don't even necessarily know. Boston just has such a sound. It's like their sound. It's
so
like
distinct.
they're giving you like a warm hug.
Yeah.
Like just the way the guitar and all the shit sounds like.
It's kind of like Heaven's Gates are opening up for you.
Exactly, because it's like, I don't know, it's like you listen to, you know, a Metallica song, it's like, yeah, I can tell it's Metallica. I know it's heavy and fast and trying to melt your face off. Or you listen to like a Van Halen song, it's like, to me it's like you're dirt.
Wait. What did you say?
Huh?
What did you just say?
Garbage.
What's garbage?
Van Halen.
Oh, yeah, that's
Disgusting.
He said that. I did it right.
Yeah, you're terrible.
Van Halen.
Where is it?
Under
Oh, right there.
Overrated.
I forgot to say Van.
That's
Halen.
okay. Stick with Drake and whoever else you said. But it's like, when to me, like Van Halen is like or like an Aerosmith is like the definition of like just straight up classic rock kind of thing. And Boston is in that kind of category too, of just like classic rock. But I just feel like everybody's like, yeah, I like More Than a Feeling. Yeah, I like Peace of Mind.
They get slept on.
And I'm like, okay, what about like Amanda and Party and Hitch a Ride and Foreplay a Long Time,
get
like
slept
on and
on.
on and on kind of thing.
Yeah, and just like the other two bands I brought up, Kansas and Supertramp, they all, like, people, like you said, know their popular stuff, but then beyond that, they
When it
just
comes
don't
to-
give them the time of day for some
When it
reason.
comes to Supertramp, they're so good. Every single album they have is so good. I could listen to all of them on repeat all day long. I feel like not enough people like indulge enough in what they offer.
Yeah, it's another
Agreed.
thing where it's like everybody knows Give a Little Bit.
Give
But then
it
it's
a
like you
bit.
start showing them some songs like Goodbye Stranger and Breakfast in America
I love
and
Goodbye Stranger.
School.
That
and all
album's
this
crazy.
stuff.
That album's crazy.
And then it's just like, oh, like I've definitely put it this way. The reason I think underrated or Supertramp is perfect for underrated is because every time I've heard somebody like in my life personally or like on a podcast or show or whatever talking about Supertramp, they always start the same way of like, oh, I had only ever heard like one or two songs, and then I started listening to more of their shit, and it's all fucking great. I'm like, that's how you know Supertramp is underrated. The fact that people don't just know from the jump their shit's great, that they have to like discover it. Swine. Anyways, we did Boston for me too. So Mark, an
Okay.
underrated song or musical.
I have like two artists,
Mm.
but so one that popped out to me was what was the first one that I had? Give me a second. Fuck, what was the one I had?
He's thinking.
Oh, I think, okay, this is my kind of like runner up. I'll say first. I think Radiohead is kind of underrated.
Oh,
Just because I think maybe not critically or in terms of like the music underrated. I don't think I think that like the music industry looks at Radiohead and is like they're fucking incredible.
mm-hmm.
But I think that just like general audiences don't give them enough love. I think that's one. What do you want to say about
I
that?
was just gonna say I love Radiohead so much, and over the years they have become an easy top 5 band for me.
They're overrated.
You're dirt. I feel like Radiohead's another example where it's like everybody knows Creep. Yes, Creep, awesome. But then it's like, I feel like that's all most people know, and they don't get into like OK Computer and Kid A and fucking In Rainbows and like all these albums that are just these monster albums that are so good with all these like brilliant songs on them, but it's like all people ever think about is Creep.
Just heard Kevin go, no.
That was Kevin freaking out in the next room. So Radiohead definitely agreed with.
So that's my runner up. My main answer is MGMT.
MGMT, is that the guy who did MGMT, you know the song, the popular one.
This one.
Here we go.
Dun-dun.
Their songs, they have so many great songs. There's two albums that I really like. Little Dark Age, the Yellow album,
I was gonna
and
say
then
the Yellow, and then the one with the two guys, right?
yeah, Oracular or Spectacular. Those two are great albums, and I think that people know a few of their biggest hits from like movies and shit, like Kids and Time and Time to Pretend are so, just like Patrick had never even, he just like recognized them right away. They're very popular songs, but I think that generally they're underrated.
Specifically with music, I think it's slightly easier almost to tell with underrated because it's like the reason why you would never say the Beatles are underrated is because it's like, yeah, everybody knows like their discography and like how fucking great it is kind of thing. But it is a band like Supertramp or MGMT where it's kind of like, yeah, everybody knows the hits, but it's like that's kind of like as far as the general knowledge kind of goes. And it's like, but wait, there's so much more. Mr. Malcolm, video games.
Oh,
as we
okay, this one I'm
close
excited
out on
about.
this topic. Overrated video game.
I couldn't really think of a lot of video games, to be honest, is overrated. So I just put Resident Evil Village.
Oh.
I just didn't like it.
God
Okay.
damn
I don't know why I
you,
didn't
Malcolm.
Like it. I just didn't like it.
Is that your answer to?
I'm not gonna say Batman Arkham.
I was thinking going into this, I was like, Mark's gonna say Arkham Asylum.
I was talking to
I haven't
Patrick
really
about
given
that.
it a
I was
fair
like, Mark's
shot.
gonna say Batman Arkham Knight.
I haven't given it a fair shot.
I'm just taking a
And
quick
then
look.
that was my thought. I was like, but then I thought Mark didn't play it fully, so he couldn't
No.
possibly say that.
No.
But Village is so good.
I just didn't like it. I don't know why. I just didn't like it.
My overrated, and honestly, this is not really an authentic.
Here we go.
Authentic
He's gonna
answer.
he's gonna say something like Last of Us or some crazy shit.
What?
It's gonna be like
No.
Kingdom Hearts or some weird
I
shit.
have the COD,
Series?
COD series on here. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
but to
so
me-
you stole part of my shit.
But to me,
again.
that's critically, it's like kind of shittily rated, especially recently in the last handful of years. But you're saying just like popularity wise, it's just an overrated series. Okay.
Here's the thing. I picked for overrated Modern Warfare 2 specifically. Because I think Modern Warfare 2 comes from that.
What
like,
about you getting to kill all the innocent people in the airport?
Well, No Russian's pretty cool, but I think, in fact, I play it over and over again on repeat just
I
for
did.
fun sometimes.
Me too.
Okay, well, I was kidding, and you're a psychopath. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Here's the thing. I ensnared
Me
you in
too.
a trap. Modern
wish
Warfare
I could
2
say I was kidding.
comes from that like golden era of COD. And to me, the standout from that period was and remains Black Ops. I never liked the way the Infinity Ward CODs played compared to the Treyarch ones. And so when Modern Warfare 2, it's just like, it's the best one, and like the campaign's great, and fucking don't you want to run around on Rust and whatever? And it's like all this game breaking shit of like the heartbeat monitor. So it's like, yeah, I just want to know where everybody is at all times. Or like the crazy shit you see people using like the dual wield, the akimbo fucking shotguns and like blasting people from like 100 yards away. I'm like, how is that? How does that?
Honestly,
funny?
you're saying all the things that I really loved about that game.
Suck. Whereas to me, it's like to compare it to something like Black Ops 1, it's like I think straight up the Black Ops 1 campaign I think is genuinely fantastic. Like I think it's a really cool, interesting like Cold War era story with like some really cool set pieces and missions and all that stuff. So I'm saying MW2. COD is a series though for overrated.
I disagree.
Yes and no. To me, Call of Duty, even the shitty ones that people don't like. I know I had a stroke there. Every once in a while I have a stroke, and you guys can never just let it go.
Patrick always can't let it go.
Even ones
I
that
didn't
people
say
don't
anything. I just- I looked
like
at you.
Ghosts or what the fuck was the space one?
Advanced Warfare.
Not Advanced Warfare, the other one there.
Infinite
Space?
Warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah, where they were like kind of in space a little. Even the ones that people
So
don't
wacky.
like.
I never played it.
To me, Call of Duty is at worst a like solid serviceable shooter from a gameplay perspective, ignoring all the other shit. Which is what I think works against it being overrated, is that it is good, but to your point, the like why is it the best selling game every single year for over a decade at this point? I don't know.
Zombies,
Fun to
Not
shoot
everyone has
people.
zombies.
brainless.
Oh,
Wanna
the
shoot
people. I thought you
zombies.
meant the game mode. I thought you were saying zombies is in the game, and that's why it's.
You know what was whack? That one that had like zombies, but it was aliens.
I never played that.
You know what I'm talking
I think
about?
I know.
No.
I
Call
might know
of
what you're
Duty.
talking
I think I know which one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about, but I never.
They were aliens and not zombies. Remember?
Damn.
Oh, and that's why MW2 sucks too, because the 3 Modern Warfare games, it's
No
like, what's
zombies.
our survival mode? And it's like, you're just fighting like human enemies.
That one sucks.
Whereas Black Ops,
Survival.
it's like Kino and 5 and Ascension and like all the zombies maps.
I didn't even know that was a
In
thing.
World at War.
Modern Warfare, they had a zombies replacement where it was just like a bunch of AI.
I didn't know
It
that.
was just a bunch of like NPCs coming in with like big like bulletproof suits and like
yeah,
it's
just
kind
like
of waves and waves of
human
people.
enemies and whatever.
So
And
So
it's like,
you and
okay.
a couple of friends could just like play on Rust, and then there'd just be random enemies there.
Whereas zombies, fantastic. And just last thing, World at War, best COD.
I do have a soft spot in my heart for MW3.
Mm.
I love that game. Anyway, mine for overrated game, I think I'm gonna have to say something that people generally beloved, or it's beloved by people, and Patrick will agree with me on this, I think, and that's Borderlands. I think Borderlands. People talk about Borderlands like it's like the best, one of their best video game series of all time. They love it. I've tried to play them a few times and I just can't get into it. I just think that the story seems
We
like
literally tried like 5 separate times.
we tried so many times. We tried to give it a fair shot. The gameplay is like okay, nothing special about it. The art style is just like whatever. to me the story never really grabbed me. I just don't get the deep love for it. I just don't get it.
I think Borderlands, when it first came out, like I guess the first two, I would have disagreed. I think what has hurt it as time has gone on, I think there's things like the kind of cel-shaded art style. From what little bit I've played of some of them, like it's the shooting's good and all that kind of thing, and like the comedic stuff and all. I think all that works. I think what has hurt it a bit is that everything else, game wise, feels like it's either doing it better or has just like tried to be like Borderlands. Like there's games that play better than Borderlands. There's games that look better than Borderlands. But I feel like the kind of like, we're a funny game and we're very like self-aware, and that very almost like how people kind of shit on like the MCU style of humor. I feel like that's seeped into so many other games.
Yeah, people think of it
like,
corny now. It's like, oh
yeah, like it makes Borderlands look worse now.
I never really
than
hated
it might have been if nobody else was doing that.
For sure, I never found a problem with like the comedy of it. I think I remember some moments being like, oh, that's silly, that's fun, whatever. I just found that like, as a game, it just never hooked me. I tried so many times, like, and the gameplay was just average. I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. I could see why people like it. I could see something interesting about it, but I just couldn't connect with it myself.
Malcolm, underrated game as we finally start to wrap this up.
I don't know why it was so hard for me to think of video games for some reason, even though I've played so many. So I just put Ultimate Chicken Horse.
Interesting.
Underrated?
Honestly, I would buy that as underrated because I feel like when people talk party games, I've never...
Jackbox is kind of a...
Outside of like our friend group, and I think it was Paulo years ago who like had even introduced it to me in the first place, where it was like, have you ever heard of Ultimate Chicken Horse? I was like, no, what the fuck is that? It sounds stupid. And then he was like, no, you gotta play it, it's great. I feel like it's never brought up in that same thing. Like I feel like when people talk couch co-op games, you have Smash or like Mario Party, mostly like Nintendo stuff, but even like some of the stuff Rocket League obviously is a thing. I've heard outside of us Towerfall get brought up, you know? Whereas like
Ultimate Chicken is better than all those games.
But it's like Ultimate Chicken better than Smash and Mario Party.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about Rocket League.
Okay,
And
I was just like, wow, you're having a hot take there. But yeah, Ultimate Chicken Horse, I buy that. I get down with that.
it's arguably better than Smash.
Mad respects.
Okay, Patrick.
Dead by Daylight.
A man after my own heart.
Underrated? It's pretty much beloved by most people. That's what I've seen. So how's it underrated?
Is it beloved?
I think so. When I see online, people are like, "Oh, it's such a fun game." I don't really see that many people shitting on it. So why are you saying it's underrated?
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought.
Then what's your reference point? Just me saying I don't like it?
I mean, it was primarily you, but I just thought
That's so
you were the
strange.
popular opinion. I
don't think I'm the popular opinion. I think generally people can recognize that it's not the visually best. But people just love the game.
Okay.
Like there's not that much hate I've seen online about it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think it's. I mean, if you're using me as the reference point, then you could say it's underrated. But I think generally it's not generally it's not an underrated game.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Shout out Dead by Daylight.
Shout out to yeah.
For underrated game, I have to take it back to my favorite side of things. That's got to be BioShock 2.
That's a good one.
Because here's the thing.
It gets swept under the rug.
The original BioShock, one of the GOATs, considered one of the greatest games ever. Infinite. Some people have their problems.
Banger.
I think they're fucking stupid. Also considered a fantastic game. BioShock 2, on the other hand, is one that gets left behind sometimes. And I just don't like that. I would genuinely put forth the argument that BioShock 2 is better
Don't say it.
than like a sizable chunk of games
Okay.
that have come out after it.
I agree.
Like there are games still being put out this year. Well, this is a bad year to pick because it's been fucking insane. But like in recent years, there are other games that have come out that I think BioShock 2 is like still way better than kind of thing.
I think that because of how incredible 1 and Infinite were, people are like, for some reason, I feel like people talk about 2 like it's a full couple of steps under.
Yes.
I think it's like a little bit under, but not that much. I think it's still like you're talking the difference between like 10, 9.5, and then like an 8.5.
Yeah,
it's still a
exactly.
great
And that's
game.
the thing to me where it's like when you're talking about the highest heights of BioShock and 2 being like a little bit under that, then to me it's like, okay, well, and that's why I make the argument of like 2 is better than like so many of these other games that have come out kind of thing. Not like obviously, you know, your God of War, your Red Dead 2, like Ghost of Tsushima, something like that, top of the top shit. But like even other games I love, like I love the 2 new Wolfenstein games. They're both great shooters, both fantastic stories. I think BioShock 2 is like better than both the Wolfenstein games as like an example. So BioShock 2.
It's funny that you said to me. Okay, the Wolfenstein series is my runner-up. I'd say I decided against it last second. I just don't think the Wolfenstein, like the New Order and the New Colossus, like they're so incredible. The gameplay's fantastic. It's the same studio that did Doom, right?
Bethesda now it's Bethesda, but specifically it's Machine Games doing thing, and then it's Doom. But yeah, they're all in the same ballpark.
So I think that game series is really underrated. I don't think people talk about it enough. But my pick, and for critical reasons and for kind of general consensus for people online, The Last of Us Part 2. I think that game is shit on so much. Critically, it didn't do. Critically, I think it did really well. I think critically it was like in and around the first game, but I'm just saying it underrated in the sense of like mass consensus. Anytime I see a post about it, people are like, "Whack game, not as good as the first game." Shit, like, oh, the story's stupid. I think the game. I'm finishing it right now. I'm playing it. I'm almost done. I'm replaying it. Is legitimately like a masterpiece of a game in my opinion, and I think it's severely underrated. And I think a lot of people dislike it because of a story decision that they made, and a lot of people disagreed with the story decision. But to me, it's like, it's not. It's weird to call it a bad decision. It's just like people didn't like the decision they made. But to me, as a game, whether you like the decision or not, like it's an incredible story and an incredible game. I just think it's underrated as a video game.
Yeah, I think I get what you're saying in the sense of like it definitely is a game that is like beloved and has its fans and critically fucking cleaned up. I mean, it won Game of the Year and all that shit, but it's like,
but socially,
there's
feel like
that undercurrent of like this game sucks, and I think a lot of it is just people who like when the game leaked like a week earlier or whatever it was, and all the spoilers came out, and like people just saw that. Didn't play the game, but just like saw the spoilers and were like, I don't like this, fuck that, and like never played it, never gave it a chance. And to me, it's like Last of Us 2 is one of those games that it's like, for all its problems, I would use the term undeniable to describe it.
It's incredible.
In that it's like, I don't see how you could just like deny or overlook
how fantastic it is,
the greatness of it. Obviously, subjective opinions aside, kind of.
To me, I think that story, for example, is subjective. How you like a story. You may not like where they went with a story, but to me, it's a well told story. Whether you like the decision they made or not, I think it's like legitimately a well told story. I think it's a really interesting story that they did. And then obviously, just like visually, it's unbelievable. Gameplay wise, it's way better than the first one. They improved a lot, added a lot more elements. I think that it's better a lot of ways than the first game. Yeah, I just think it's a masterpiece. I think it's incredible. I think that people shit on it way too much.
So, anyways, overrated, underrated. That went on for a while. I got nothing. That's it. Thanks for playing along. Let's get the fuck out of this.
So this is going to be a relatively short topic, I'd say. I
love you.
I don't really have that much to say on it. I just feel
you.
like. So the topic that I want to do is things that are like super satisfying to us.
I don't want to do that topic.
So like so for example, to me, something that's like super satisfying is like drinking an ice cold water when it's hot as shit out. That's like something in life that's like unbelievably satisfying to me. Another thing for myself is like having an extremely clean space. That's just so visually satisfying. Just seeing like a place that's so neat, so perfectly organized, just being in and around it, I feel peaceful and I feel satisfied of how everything is like so perfectly in place. Mm-hmm. So to me, those are two examples of things that happen in life where I'm like, that's satisfying to me.
Mm-hmm. Would it be too out of pocket for me to say smelling the blood of my enemies? What?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, okay, Kevin.
I heard Kevin that time.
Oh my God.
I thought you were going to say like, you know what? I'll let you fill in an audience what I think he was going to say.
So I don't know how to say it other than like just like life moments or things in life that are satisfying.
I think I get what you're putting down, because to me it's like one right off the top, and because my mind just goes a million places with
You're saying beer, aren't you?
I was gonna say just like opening a can of something, like a pop can or a beer can, just that fucking sound.
That's a wacky thing to say.
I'm just saying satisfying thing is life. My mind obviously like getting paid is like satisfying, but I'm saying like my mind goes all over the place of like different
opening a can is
things.
Unbelievably
Honestly,
satisfying to you.
I agree.
I'm not saying
Matty on
unbelievably. It's just like it's
That's
this satisfying thing.
It doesn't have to be
Did you say
unbelievable.
unbelievable. I can't believe it.
For me, another one I'll throw out is also the feeling after like working out. I think that satisfying feeling is like a palpable one for me. Just like after you're done, you feel your body feels exhausted, but you also feel like relaxed and loose. Especially if you did if you went to the sauna or something. To me, that's another satisfying thing in life.
I think a good one is going directly from really cold into really hot, or from really hot into really cold.
That's
Sure.
That's a good.
Like you going.
What do you mean? Like it's boiling
He's
hot
saying-
outside and you go into a cold
hold on.
room.
Yeah, no, I'm
Let's
thinking
say
if
you're
I'm
going-
like outside in the summer and it's hot as balls and I walk into AC, yes, okay, that I get. I thought you were trying to say like going straight from like a sauna to a ice bath. I'm like, that's a little wacky.
That would feel real good.
That's very good for you, apparently.
We've done that.
Wow.
Have we?
We have.
We have
You
not
remember?
done that.
In
We did
Together?
we did
Naked?
Yeah, I do.
an ice bath.
We went from a sauna to an ice bath in the wintertime.
Together naked?
outdoors.
Where was the sauna that was outside?
At Blue Mountain.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
outdoor
was,
sauna.
That was tough.
That was tough.
tough.
we went in there, so we were in a really hot sauna, and then we were like, okay, we're gonna dunk our bodies in this cold pool. It was like, what was the temperature? It doesn't matter. It was a cold pool.
Reverse.
It was a cold pool, right? We got in there, and then we were like, okay, we're just gonna see who can stay in here the longest. And I swear to you, we stayed in there for so long. We then went into the hot tub, and I didn't get warm until like probably like 40 minutes. Like I was just cold in the hot tub for so long. It was not a good decision.
I have another one.
Yeah.
When you throw something into the garbage bin and you swish it first time, because it's so unsatisfying when you miss and you have to go fucking pick it up,
Right.
like walk over or pick it up, whatever.
Yeah.
Two other ones that jump to mind for me is like when you're trying to like when I'm trying to like be funny or make a joke or something and like it lands. Like if it's to you guys or our work friend, just whoever, or even if it's just fucking people I don't know. Like
I think. Can I speculate as to why I think that is like
Please.
really? What was the word you used?
Unbelievably satisfying.
Satisfying to you is because it's so rare and when it happens.
Yeah, it's not that
Oh,
often.
how about this? Another one for me is, you know, when you just have like a fucking excellent, you feel like you couldn't have made your hair look more perfect. If you had a perfect hair day, you just feel like you looked the way exactly you wanted to look. To me, that's satisfying. Of like your outfit comes together, everything looks the way you want it to look, and you don't have a shitty.
You said unbelievably satisfying.
That doesn't have to be what it is. I'm just
now-
saying the water was an example of that. It was unbelievable.
Here's the thing. Like I'm thinking of like moments of awe now.
It could be little things.
Okay,
I'm not even thinking of. Huh?
I've got a good moment of awe.
What's
When I'm craving wings all day long at Heavy Arms,
That's
I don't eat
satisfying.
anything, and the first bite of my wing dipped in sauce,
That's
so
satisfying.
Yeah, I was gonna say
satisfying.
food too, because for me
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
same thing. It's like if I'm going for sushi or something, and it's like I'm waiting all day to kind of like so I can muck it up at like an all you can eat, and then just getting there and the fucking food hits the table, and it's let's
chow
do
time.
this. It's satisfying. Speaking of satisfying food, barbarians, we gotta talk. Pick a fucking date.
See, so I'm still thinking of moments of awe.
That are
But
satisfying.
But awe is completely different than satisfying.
I know, but you said the word unbelievably satisfying, and then my mind went
Yeah,
to
but satisfying
awe.
is the point.
Thinking
though.
about chocolate
That's
milk.
still part of it.
Thinking about chocolate milk.
I'm not thinking of chocolate milk.
As long as
I
it's
can't
satisfying, it
stop
doesn't matter.
thinking about
I still
chocolate
want to say
milk.
my experience. It's not a satisfying experience.
That
though. It's
doesn't
an
count,
experience
but-
of awe, but I want to say it
Okay,
anyways.
please.
Okay.
So it was off the coast of Egypt. We were snorkeling, and it was a coral reef that was like, it wasn't, how do I describe this? It was on like a cliff under the ocean. So you would go far enough out and you could see all the layers of the coral reef into like the dark abyss. It was crazy. Not
So
satisfying.
That was your
moment of awe.
satisfying moment of awe. The other thing that like is in the same kind of ballpark as the like comedy thing and making people laugh is with like film shit or even our stuff, like editing. To me, when I'm like editing stuff, sometimes I'm just kind of like, even our show, I'm just like editing stuff and it's kind of like, yeah, I'm doing it, whatever. But like when I find moments where it's like making the right edit or like putting in the right little thing to make a joke or something, like I forget what it was. There was a few episodes ago. I don't even know if you saw it, because I feel like if you did, you would have said something. But there was one episode a few weeks ago where it's like you were saying something that you didn't like or whatever. I forget what it was, and I just overlaid that like Bungles the Clown picture I have of you. Like I zoomed in so the shot was just you talking to the camera saying this thing you didn't like, but I just overlaid the Bungles the Clown thing over you, so that the whole spiel you were giving, it was just this picture of you as a clown. And so it's like things like that, and that's more in like the kind of comedic sense. But even like at school, when I would be like working on a project or something, and that felt a little more like real world, because it's like you have a director and a producer and writers and all that, and like making an edit and like coming up with little things here and there and be like, oh shit, this really works, or let's do this, and then having that like feedback where people would like see it and be like, oh, that was a really smart cut you did there, or like, oh, the way you made this shot match with this shot, even though we didn't film it like that, but it works. Like that was really like that works there, kind of thing. So it's like that. That's satisfying to me.
I think I've got a good one that everyone can relate to. Beating a boss in a game that you've been just working so
That is very
hard on trying to beat.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Elden
definitely some FromSoft stuff with like Bloodborne, where it's like there'd be some bosses in that where it's like when I finally beat it, it's like I'm fucking jumping up and down like a fucking maniac. Like
speaking of video games, dominating in Mortal Kombat is
You don't do that.
unbelievably.
It's a rare
yeah,
feeling.
really.
You don't dominate.
I do dominate.
You win like 1-2
I
games
have-
in a row and then you're
That
out.
is not true.
we can extrapolate that though to just like kind of winning. I mean, even like sports and
Competitive
other
games.
stuff, but just like in games generally, like even if it's like if we were playing like an Overwatch match or something.
Oh my
And it's
God,
like
Clean sweeping
There's
them.
different types of satisfying. There's different types of satisfying too, because there is the satisfaction in like just absolutely dominating
But
another
the comeback
team.
though.
But there's also the satisfaction when it is a more like it's like a coin toss game of like this is going either way, and then just like pulling out in the
There's
end
nothing that feels.
to win it.
I kind of think that the latter is even more satisfying.
Yes.
Just dominating the whole time is like fuck them up, no problem. But when you're like on the ropes and you're struggling and you're just like pushing so hard to just get it done and you just like barely crack by and you make it and we win, it's like
Dominating, I feel like
it's boring
it
sometimes.
depends in what situation. Like sometimes, like
If we're on a streak,
sure.
then it's like okay,
we
we're
gotta play
killing
Overwatch.
it.
No, but that's what I'm
so-
saying. Where it's like if we were playing Overwatch and if we were playing like if we did 3 games in a row where it wasn't even close, it's like by the second or third one, it's kind of like yeah, this is great, and we're kind of like riding that high. But it's also like it feels like we're not really earning it. To me, a dominating thing, it's like if you were the one that just got your teeth kicked in, and then to turn it around and dominate them, that to me is super satisfying, especially in like one-on-one shit. Like even now, if I'm like playing Mortal Kombat 1 online every once in a while, if I'm like playing a match where some guy just kicks my teeth in for maybe even like 1 or 2 games and I just can't do anything, but then that fucking third game, it's not like like I managed to like make it close and won. It's like I just turn the tables and just fucking cave the guy's skull in. Euphoric. So satisfying.
Another thing I'll say, by the way, is when you have like I have like a daily planner, writing shit in the planner and then checking it off, super satisfying. Also shaving my face and like having everything nice and clean, putting some aftershave
That's
on.
very satisfying.
It's a very
That's an
it's a very
old
satisfying.
callback topic to
It's
shaving
self-care.
or self-care or whatever.
I think the most dissatisfying thing.
We can talk unsatisfying, sure.
I think the most dissatisfying thing would be taking the chance to try something new on a menu and it not landing.
Yeah,
And
'cause
because
then
then you think about, oh, I could have just
the other
got my
thing's so good.
my reg kind of thing, my
That's
regular
true.
meal.
Another one is when if you have like your clothing in the dryer that's all done, or for example, or you have your dirty laundry and you want to bring it to the washer, you carry a shit ton of clothes and then something falls and you go pick it up and then other shit falls.
Oh my
That's the most
God.
unsatisfying shit I've ever had in my life. I hate that.
I mean, speaking of dissatisfying, and I know this seems like kind of
Is
a
unsatisfying not a word?
chintzy.
Dissatisfying.
Is unsatisfying not a word?
Unsatisfying.
get it.
No, that's a word.
I
Unsatisfying.
think they both are,
Okay.
if I'm not dreaming right.
So,
Pull up the Merriam-Webster.
You're the one with the laptop.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just live in ignorance.
That's fine.
Like a pre-internet person. I know
Whoa,
it
that
kind of
sounded
sounds
derogatory.
like a chintzy answer, but I feel like the opposite of the things I just described as satisfying
Chintzy.
are
Chintzy.
unsatisfying. I know, but that's what I'm saying, where it's like in the exact opposite of like trying to like say something funny or making a joke and like nobody
I
getting
feel
it.
like that
or
goes
just
without saying.
falling flat. It's like
I feel like we haven't added anything.
that really fucking sucks. I don't like you. Same thing on the other side with the editing thing of like if you do try things or like try to do this a certain way and people like don't react to it at all, like nah, do it the other way, or like I don't want it like this, I want it like that. It's always like
You know what another good one is?
Mm.
When you predict something or you call something, whatever it is, like
gambling.
when you put it all in red. No, I think when you're like, I'm telling you this is the way this thing is, or this is what's gonna happen, and you end up being right against other people's opinions, that feels good too. To be like,
That's right.
I told you my intuition was completely off. Like
I told you not to hit.
So I think to me, like calling something is like,
Right. Yeah, even just I know I was joking there, but even gambling, and I guess that goes into the winning thing, but that's like the perfect satisfying
That's a high
or
that you'll never be
unsatisfying
able
thing.
to recreate in your life.
But even a small thing, like if like the 4 of us were just gonna play like poker and each put in like $5, like winning that would be
Oh my god.
Like so good, but it's like the loss to it also. Even though it's $5, so it's nothing. It's more of the loss at that point than it is like what you're losing.
I might have to rough you guys up and get my money back.
Have you guys seen the Family Guy clip where Peter gets pulled over by a cop and he's sweating like crazy, and the cop's like, "Are you drunk or whatever?" And he's like, "There's this whole back and forth," and then the cop ends up leaving, like, "Oh, have a nice day," or whatever. And then Peter goes like, "Oh, like, why did he think I was lying? I only lie when I play poker." And then it cuts to him playing poker, and he goes, let's see what he's got here, and he has like a 2 and a 3. And he goes, "Ooh, not looking at much there." And he goes, and the reflective glasses aren't really helping him out. And he goes, "All in," and he shoves it all in. And then he goes, "Wait, I'm getting a call." And he goes, and he like picks it up and he looks at it, and then you can see in the reflection it's like secret gay boyfriend. And he's like, and he goes, "I gotta go, it's my wife." And then he goes, "Are you here?"
Honestly, could Family Guy be on underrated?
No,
or
it's
no?
I think it's very highly rated by. I think
So many people hate it though because of what it is.
That's true. I think it's very like
it's
in the middle.
Well rated.
I think a lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. It's like a South Park type thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's so good.
I feel like one that's a little bit overrated. I like this show a lot, but people are just obsessed with it. Is like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's like a funny show, but people are like, it's fucking. Like it's like some people. A lot of people think it's like the best sitcom ever. I'm like,
Oh God! If that's the case, then yeah.
It's like Friends.
It's not in the same realm as Friends. I think you're on the weird parts of the internet. But back to Family Guy.
Wait. What's in terms of what? In terms of like belovedness?
Yeah, it's nowhere near the rating of Friends or
popularity wise, no. But I'm just saying, like,
I don't think there's been any conversations about it being like, oh, best sitcom ever or one of the best sitcoms.
I just know that when I talk to people, it's always one that comes up. Always.
Okay.
I don't know.
Back to Family Guy though, I feel like it's
Really thinking about this.
the thing is, I don't know if what I'm about to say is fair, but like
Here we go.
people, I feel like, do they consider that they're doing the thing on purpose?
A lot of people know that, and they just
Like
are annoyed by it anyway.
They're annoyed by it anyway.
What do you mean doing the
Like
thing?
Doing the thing, like
Family Guy does
being-
the annoying bit. It's like, oh, always the same kind of bit, or like they're kind of like, are you saying like that they're making fun of themselves?
I'm saying like when they do something that's like risky,
Sure.
Oh,
racially, or
Yes, Family Guy's very like,
Great for that.
you know, they like intentionally do it like
yeah,
dark or like really
Exactly.
inappropriate jokes.
yeah.
but-
or they have
So-
like such goofy, silly parts that people are like, oh, this is stupid.
So like, is it the case that people know that they're? What are you laughing at? Is it the case that people? Yeah.
Mark just said silly. I have to pull it up for you guys after, but it's one of the cutaways they do where it's like Stewie and he's in like some corporate building and there's like 2 doors and one of them's like, I think it's like elevator broken or whatever, or like don't use stairs. Like it's whatever the fuck the sign is. And he's like, all right. And he opens the door where it's like, you know, stairs are out or whatever. And this fucking gorilla bursts out of the door and just picks him up and starts ragdolling him and slamming him into the fucking room. And he's just like screaming. And he's like, oh, it's like, why did it just say gorilla door? And it's like so fucking stupid. But just Mark saying like they do stupid jokes that
They
popped
do.
into my
They
head
do
and made me laugh.
So yeah, do people know that they are purposefully making these kind of jokes
Yeah.
to
Some
like
people-
sort of be inflammatory?
I think
guess,
people-
or-
I think
Some
people are
too
annoyed-
stupid to get that, and it pisses them off. And then I think other people understand that
And still hate it.
still let it piss them
I think
off.
a lot of people are like, oh, the show's so stupid. They're just trying to say ridiculous things. They're trying to toe the line.
It's the same kind of people who will look at like stand-up comedy and be like, this offends me, or this is inappropriate, or this is mean. And it's like, well, then why are you watching stand-up comedy? Like, so it's kind of that thing with Family Guy. Of like anybody who like, to me, it's like if you, and same with most things, but it's like if you don't like Family Guy, just don't watch it. But it's like the people complaining about it. It's like, well, this is what it is.
Yeah.
To your point, you know what it is. You know what Family Guy's shtick is. So it's like, why
Yeah.
complain about what this thing is, kind of thing. What the fuck are we talking about?
Sex ring busted.
Sex ring busted.
Stewie getting
Oh, Philip
beat
DeFranco.
by a gorilla.
Yeah, I was gonna pull that up for after. Oh, satisfying things, of course.
Unsatisfying is getting into your freezing cold car in the winter.
Oh my
it takes
God.
forever to warm up.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is what I was gonna say for satisfying though, because you brought up for unsatisfying, like if you take a chance on food
Yeah.
and it's like sucks, and then you're like, like I could have. I would say for food, but just broadening that a little bit of just like trying something that you're maybe unsure about or like just don't know, and it is a shot in the dark and it works out. And to me, with food, I think, but even with something like I think of it with movies or games or whatever, where it's like there have definitely been entertainment things like that where it's like I don't really know anything about this. Like maybe I've heard good, maybe I've heard bad, whatever. I've heard nothing, but it's like I guess I'll just take a swing at this. And then it's like something you play or watch or read or music you listen to or whatever. And you're like, this is fucking awesome. Like, one for the win category.
You know what another satisfying thing is? You know those videos that you watch online of like it's like really like crisp audio, people cooking, and it's like jump shots, and it's like the bread crunching in the sandwich. Oh. Anyway,
I agree with that.
yeah. Anyway, that's I think that's my topic. I don't really have anything else to say about it. But
satisfying
very
things.
Nice.
So we're just done?
I think we're done.
So we're done. We're doing only 3 topics today. And spoiler alert, you're only getting 3 topics next week because we had to record something for me for another. It's a whole thing. You'll see. Anyways, around the horn. Anybody got anything they want to get off their chest? Who's going to go home and shower?
No.
With their brand new soap.
I'm not going to shower for another week.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
So you can build up a stank and see how effective the soap is.
Good idea.
I guess that's it. I guess nobody's got anything about anything.
Like,
I don't have anything either. Like, share, subscribe, check us out.
Comments.
We're around. We exist. Comment. Do you think the burger places were tiered, listed correctly?
They were.
Let us know. And if you disagree, you're wrong. That's it. That's all I got.
okay.
Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
Why did you just
Good night.
do a callback to the burgers and not every that was weird that you chose to
What
call
do you
back.
think's underrated or overrated? What things do you find satisfying?
Oh, he's cutting.
Give us all your comments.
He's cutting.
Oh no!
He's cutting.